What's up, banana bunch? Bunch? Bunch?
Welcome to the Junglejims podcast. What's up, Banana Bunch? You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Junglejims podcast. I'm your host, Mark. Welcome to the show. Look, every year you all ask me, we just need a cozy episode, Mark. We need a cozy episode around Thanksgiving, something to escape my family if I don't like them, something to listen to with my family if I do like them. I don't know any of your families, so I'm not super invested in this either way. So I thought we'd make a cozy episode. So this week I'm bringing on the Happy Human Adventurers. We met them on the show a few years ago briefly, and then they came into town from Florida. But I thought above and beyond the coziness, well, before we get into this, download the Junglejims app because there's always app-exclusive deals in there, savings, products, all kinds of cool stuff like that. You love a deal. I know it. Download that. You can listen to 5 most recent episodes of the podcast. There's a barcode scanner if you're trying to find the price of an item that's not easily listed. You can search for product in store, all that good stuff. And then, I see our actual godfather, the other godfather walking in. So I was about to introduce one of my favorite people here. I think... how do I describe you to other people? I go, he's the best hire since me. Crazy Lou.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, I mean, you are, dude. We're disruptors. You know. Welcome to the show, Lou.
Thanks for having me. He already left.
He was coming. He honestly came to make sure that we looked good. I think we look probably fine. I feel good. Yours camera at least looks good. Nobody cares if I do or not. I'm on it every time. I just need you to look good. Welcome to the show, Lou.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, of course. You want to tell everybody who you are or what you do here first?
My name's Lou Natali, and I am the...
So you're not in witness protection anymore?
I'm out of witness protection. I am the head of procurement and the retail operations manager here for Junglejims.
That's cool. As I know you, you're the guy that gets me all the good deals on stuff. Not just me, but all of us. But I am also treating myself like a customer most days.
Yeah, it's my job to get stuff to fall off the truck, and that's what I do.
Out there swinging at the truck. Oh my gosh. So I knew people would start, obviously, like what I find every year is that we always get a lot of panic shoppers on the day of release. So I kind of like every year I try to do something like, did you forget to get something for Thanksgiving? We got something. Or, all these like little tiny things. But this year, again, I was trying to hit that cozy note. And I just figured I'd be like, Lou, talk to me about some deals you got going on here right now. I'm fighting the stigma.
See, we got eggs at $2.99, England's best.
Yeah.
But next week, for a Black Friday deal starting on Monday of next week.
So Monday, whatever
you're
the
going to see
30th or something.
$5.99 24 packs Pepsi. You're going to see 18-pack 7-Up A&W root beer. We're going to have gnocchi at 3 for $1.
I can't wait for that one.
We're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
I have a nice 3-day sale coming up.
That's in a couple weeks, right?
That's actually next week.
Oh, that's next week,
that's
too.
That's next week, yes.
So, yeah, for those of you who haven't been following along with this, and I know I mentioned it on the show, but I think sometimes the intro just... I mean, if you're anything like me, I just gloss over everyone's like, okay, they're saying the thing. Okay. What's the show about, right? So all these deals keep happening all the time. Well, on my end, I spend a lot of time, obviously, on social media, not just for us, but just researching, too. And I'm constantly, because we're in grocery, you're constantly seeing things about price. So while it's probably clear that I'm a little biased since I'm obviously working here and employed by the company, but I do think, especially after spending the summer at home, faking an injury.
Yeah, I got that. I looked into that for you, though, by the way. I made sure.
I know. Those stairs are now an elevator. It's kind of crazy.
The screws are in there now.
Hey, you know what? It's really true. Because I got a guy. Did I take it up high enough? There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, I didn't really.
I love it.
It's like that thing where I'm like, don't take my actual shirt off for the audience. We haven't done that since a chili bath. I do find it so fascinating, though, to just little deals like that, too, that offset all of the big deals, and it just sort of makes it a little more palatable. But even, of course, as employees, we have some perks. But even without said perks, I find us to be cheaper than our competition pretty legitimately,
We have focused on pricing.
Yeah.
So, I do a lot of comp shopping, and I refuse to lose. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I refuse to lose.
Yeah, I love that.
We will attack, and we will be cheaper. I mean, that's just our attitude, and I got to do what's best for our guests.
Yeah.
And I don't call them customers, so I call them guests in our house.
Yeah.
and we want them back.
And you treat them really nice too. Not that you shouldn't, or not that other people don't, but like it is that nice thing where the reason I say things like you're one of my favorite hires here, at least in the time. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's my job to find a Cadillac product and sell it for a Yugo price. That's my job, and I will continue to do that. You know, and I get excited about it.
Deals.
I get excited about it. I mean, I'll offer somebody a nickel, and that's just how I am.
And for anybody that thinks you're kidding, he's not kidding. That's not a joke. It's like the funniest thing ever. And I think the funnier thing than that is people's response, especially when it's a new one. And they're like, is this guy being serious? Like, that's like a truck of anything. Yep. Like, you know, the pallet it's sitting on is worth more than a nickel. And you're just like, okay, so what are we doing? Nickel?
Yep. Absolutely. Listen, my job is to get him negotiating against himself. They negotiate, and I don't have to say a word.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, you've seen it on my phone where they're negotiating against themselves. Yeah, and I don't. I'm silent.
I feel like I would apply these behaviors to dating.
You know, silence is
it seriously is a powerful thing that I don't think enough people utilize.
I mean, I love being in the room with these guys. I love them telling me that they can only do this, and this, and I stare at them. And they go, you're not happy. Absolutely not. I'm not happy. Yeah. I have a ton of guests. You know, I need local people from distance. Sure. I need them in our house. And I will do anything I can to make sure they get the best price. And that's just how I am. You know that about me. And I will.
Like, I'm only laughing because I'm like, it's such a. I laugh because it's funny to see it's just like a noble cause. You know what I mean? Where you're like, obviously you're doing your job, but you're also like, we cannot put this on the customer, especially the way the world is currently.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. And it's fun to know somebody who's like really, look, I meet a lot of phony people in my life, not necessarily in the grocery world, but it is nice in a business setting to meet someone like yourself who's like, no, I'm like almost singularly driven to make sure every one of these people that's staring at us awkwardly doing the show has a discount in their cart today. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I love it. We're in the fishbowl, baby.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm here to attack, and you know, Kroger, Myers can give me their best shot.
Yeah.
Again, I won't lose. I'll find a way.
Yeah, we got the Natalie shield up.
Yeah, you know? I won't lose. My job is to get people in the store.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I love it. I love doing it.
Me too.
Well, you've seen us at the shows. I mean,
oh my gosh, and we have another one coming up. I think I just got a email confirmation. Like, are you sure you're available? I was like, if Lou's going, I'm in.
Like I said, it's the fun part. You go there, and I know we're going to be doing some kind of show later that you're gonna.
Yeah, we'll tease that one out.
But I start with a nickel.
Yeah,
and that's who I am.
Yeah.
And I know in my mind where I got to be, but they don't even know that.
Yeah, of course.
And my facial expression won't change.
I love it. It's a good poker
And that's
face.
where we have a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I get crazy with this stuff.
Oh, my God. But seriously crazy. I mean, like, so many of our recent TikTok hits have all been, I think, a combination. Well, I know Tom doesn't want the public heat as much, but it's like you and Tom predominantly have been like the two I've been working with most frequently on deal things. You know?
We like that fun. I mean, Rayos, Gerolsteiner. You know,
yeah, you got a couple of crazy on the sauces.
Yeah, salsa. Yeah, $4.99. I mean, we're having a lot of fun. I mean,
I get excited too because you've brought in a lot of good Chicago products. As a Chicago, you can take the man out of Chicago, but you can't take the Chicago out of the man.
I tell everybody Cincinnati's the new Chicago. I said the pricing will be Chicago pricing.
I love that so much.
My vendors know that, and they can tell me no to it or blue in the face. I'll find it.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Right.
And we'll have fun with it.
How is that? Like when you say things like you'll find it, is that like an issue of like we'll just find as many distributors? Because this is, I think, a theme I've heard here. But you'll find a distributor until you get what you want, how you want it.
Exactly. Well, you know, Chicago's like the sub hub. It's got the hub of everything, correct? And
right.
They look at us because we're further down and we're in a different pricing structure and everything else. Well, that doesn't fly for me. I know the pricing. I have a lot of buyers from Chicago that I talk to regularly, and I know. I mean, they talk to me, and they like to egg me on too. We go to these shows. They'll tell me they paid for this.
Yeah.
Like Rails, they told me they paid a certain price. I go in there, and I'm not going to pay a dime lower, and I actually get it 50 cents cheaper, and then they paid 75 cents higher.
Of course.
But they egg me on.
Yeah.
I mean, but again,
I feel like you got to be the worst person to egg on in that scenario because I think they're hoping secretly that if you get a deal, they can manipulate that. Right, that's the game.
That's what they do. Yep.
But
they know how to push my buttons.
Yeah, because you're going to go get the deal, but you're also probably not going to tell them.
No, I'm not telling them anything, but they know.
If you walk away smiling with a jar of that vodka,
they know that if I bought a truck or something, they know. They know. I mean, and it's fun. I mean, like I said, and they'll call me and harass me, but it's okay.
One of my favorite things about going to that first food show with you too was because you've said this all the time. You're like, it's business and whatever, because you're a delight. But I can also imagine you being a pain in the ass in that moment.
I am.
You know what I mean? But like, it was so fun to watch you like meet these people that you're not meet them, but people that you knew who it's like, oh, here comes Lou. And then as soon as the business portion was done, they're like, hey man, it's so great to see you. It was just like a wild swap. And that happened the whole trip, you know?
Well, like I said, a great compliment for me is, oh, here comes Lou. I got to hide my wallet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, that means I'm doing my job.
For me, it's not a compliment because I used to steal things. Only from my friends.
But it's great. I mean, like I said, I look at ads. I study. And you have to study this job all the time.
Of course.
Every
time I catch you when you're not in the middle of walking the floor to do something that requires physical task, I feel like you are always either actually out. Well, I guess I wouldn't see you there, but you're like gone doing a competitive shop, or you're sitting there poring over the ads, and then you're going to the team like, "Hey, we need this." I think it's exciting to me because I don't know this world still. Kind of.
You know what? Like I said, to do this job, you got to be sick, right?
Right.
Because the hours you put in, and you're always on your toes.
Yeah, because you live here.
I do. I mean, on Sundays, I'm out at the stores. I'm running around. But again, they may get me once. They may get me twice, but they won't get me a third time.
Yeah,
because
for
I'm
sure.
behind it. So I mean, but that's
Well,
I enjoy what I do, and I want my guests to come here and shop and feel like they have a special experience.
Of course, I love that,
and that's how we are.
I feel like that's the Jungle Gyms plan across the board, right?
I mean, I lost a bet to one of the Alyssa in the produce the other day, and I had to wear a cheese head in the Eastgate for a while, and I walked around with it, and I was taking pictures with customers.
Yeah, you're like, let's go.
But that's what's fun about this.
Yeah.
It's
an interesting place to put it mildly.
It's a great place to work.
It really is, though.
Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
People to ask me how often they're like, "Oh, what's it like enjoying work?" And I was like, "It's exhilarating."
I mean, you were at the show we just put on upstairs. I mean, look at that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like I tried a bunch of new stuff. Again, that's one of those things I love about this place, where it's like there's always an opportunity for you to try something that you can eat that's new, more importantly. But no, I mean, you brought in all those different vendors. I tried a bunch of new stuff. They gave me so many samples to take home. What the audience doesn't know about my studio is like immediately outside of the camera view are just stacks of free food.
Yes.
So I tell guests I tell guests in the store, but I also tell the listeners, I'm like, if you come by and you see me, please eat some of these friggin' snacks.
You said you wanted samples. I mean,
I love them. No, it's always great, dude. I love them, right? And I get so excited when I get there. And then how many samples can one man eat, though? And they hook me up.
You didn't put a limit on it.
No.
You just said samples.
The only one the ones I get through the best are the drinks.
Yeah, well,
because I'm constantly sipping on water or something in here. I got my old teacup here. I busted out with a little cartoon mark on it. But what was I going to say? No, the drink samples tend to go quickly, but everything else, because I have a mirror, I'm like, oh, don't eat all the chocolate cheesecake bites, Mark. Try one, and then feed them to anyone that's a third of your size.
You got more coming, so
I know. I'm so excited. I just went through. I just finished up when we had when you brought in all the new Italian products when I first got back. I literally just finished the last piece from that, which is that Fuji water. Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
It's stupid to say out loud, right? But I'm like, oh, that sparkling water was crisp.
Well, again, that water is for, out of volcano, and it's, they say it helps with kidney stones and everything else.
Oh, nice.
So
perfect.
I
hate
my father
kidney
drinks.
stones.
He buys, at least he has 2 cases, if not more, stocked in his house at all times.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, and he can't find it out in Florida where he's at. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
No, joke's on him, right? I always crack up because my home fridge, it's not empty by any means, but like this is the good one in my life. This is the one where I'm like, oh, the good drinks, they're in my office. But I kind of have to do that a little bit. If I'm here, I can kind of control myself, but at home, I just be ripping. See, that's the real problem. I'd just be ripping through the samples all night.
That's Sunday for me. I eat all day on Sunday.
See, that sounds good.
That's my problem.
You got to have that Sunday gravy energy.
Yeah, oh, now at least you got it right.
See, I know.
At least you got it right. You can call it sauce now. Let's not get crazy. But we have. Sorry, I have a new pasta coming.
Oh, really?
Not going to divulge it yet. It's coming from Italy.
Okay, love that.
It's going to be very, price sensitive. You guys will be able to afford it, and
and get the
great
good
label.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not going to fall apart. It's going to be one of those that, wow.
Yeah,
and no one else has it. So,
did you maybe tell me about this?
I did.
Okay, I just can't remember the brand name right now. I was like, I
I'm not
remember this.
Spoil it yet.
No. I'll ask as soon as the recorders are off. It'd be like, which one was it again?
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but it's coming.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Well, thanks. Truly, all kidding aside, I mean, I feel like I can freely speak on behalf of the company, which is not true. But I am very glad you're here, and I think we all are too, though.
I appreciate it. Like I said,
I
love
fun.
being here. I do.
Yeah.
I have fun. That's my problem. I'm like a kid. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
I know.
Right?
I get the text.
And I'm like, yeah, you get the text. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I go out there, and this is just fun for me.
Yeah, same. It's nice. It's refreshing to also have another person with your attitude here, truly. Not to say that that's not commonplace, but you know what I'm saying.
I understand. Like I said, we have fun here, Mark. You know that.
Oh,
it's like a little family out here, and
it's ridiculous. This is the first job where someone said it's like a family, and then I'm like, oh, it actually is. Except maybe even, I made the joke earlier about people's families, but I'm like, actually, this one seems to like me.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. I mean, like I said, you broke my cover finally. You
I'm
got
sorry.
me on the podcast.
Well, eventually we'll still shroud you in darkness when we have our new show together.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's
you guys are
going
to really like that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really excited about it. We had our other Godfather Lucky pop by before, but I know he wants it to just really look good, and I'm so respecting it. I'm like, that's great. I really need a test episode that just looks okay for right now.
Well, wait till they see the nickel come out.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get a giant one made.
Oh my gosh, I'm crazy when I say it, but I do.
Oh, the other day, I think Ray said something to you about it, and then the other day he was looking on like Etsy or one of those for like giant coins, and I was like, oh my god, dude! If we find one, it's happening.
Oh,
I'm sure someone at Jungle's Fab team could fashion a giant nickel. They'll probably make an actual metal one.
Well, some of them probably tell me already. You're gonna start me with a nickel before you.
They probably have one on display somewhere in the store that we just don't know about. Where's the loose change sign? Oh my gosh.
We literally just had someone call me. They want some candy. They had stuck with some Christmas candy. You go, oh, give it to you for a couple $. I'll give you a nickel.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you serious? I go, whoa, I got a month to sell it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and listen, I always look at it in those situations like, you have the problem, I'm your solution.
Exactly.
You're going to have to, unfortunately, bend to my whim eventually.
I already tell them, I said, if you don't accept the first offer and you can't sell it and you come back at me, it's going to go cheaper. So
yeah, exactly.
They think I'm crazy. It's fun that way, though.
I'm cutting this short just to find out what the candy is. I was like, listen, I'm a sucker for a seasonal product.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. That's the worst. It's like, I think if we didn't have holidays, I could control myself. But then what am I going to do with all these lights?
How can I pass it on to our guests?
Truly, yeah.
Which
is why I'm always offering our guests, please come to my office and take some of my extra samples. I have so many. I have an entire box, like a U-Haul box of Hispanic candy. I would love for you and your family to eat them.
Well, the chocolate's coming.
Oh. All right, well, I won't share those. Lou, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for everything you do for all of us, really. And everyone, come in, get the Jungle Gyms app. You can see some of Lou's extra special deals. But he's running crazy deals all throughout the store, all the time, everywhere. You've been doing it for months. I'm still thinking about what did I see yesterday? You had the 3-for-1 on the boxes of the frozen yogurt ice cream bars.
Yeah,
those are delicious. Yeah. Oh my God, everybody's been raving about the chocolate peanut butter one, and that's how I've had to tell all of my coworkers, chocolate peanut butter is just okay to me, which is like put me on.
Do you like the salted caramel or the vanilla?
The salted caramel and the vanilla would go crazy, right? But they've got their knives up against my neck now. I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry everyone. Well, on that, I guess we'll escape here and we'll move on to our next segment. So like I promised, a nice cozy one. Now you've got your deals in place. Let's relax with some of the nicest people I've ever met. Tyler and his son, James. I got James distracted the whole episode, but they run a YouTube channel out of Orlando, Florida. They are from the area originally. I met them here at Jungle Gyms 2 years ago on the show while I was interviewing Dr. Karen. They're great people. They're fun. They brought me some fun stuff. Tyler now works in a competing grocery store, so I'm just brokering peace treaties between all of the brands. But anyway, come hang out with me and some of my favorite people on the show, and we'll see you on the other side. I'm here today with James and Tyler. James, Tyler,
yep, right here.
The Happy Human Adventurers.
Yes.
It's like you said, it's a rural juror moment.
Type of
an Irish wristwatch, if you will. Is it adventures or adventurers? I just subscribed years ago and I haven't looked again.
Happy Human Adventurers.
You don't even know. Adventurers.
You just did the videos.
Yeah, I actually said adventurers with an R one time when I was at Epcot, and they put this thing on my bento box.
Yeah.
And they said, she spelled it out in the language adventurers with an R. Like, so she actually
wrote with it.
Wrote with it.
Even
Yeah.
funnier. Or happy red venturers.
Yeah, like I'm Scooby-Doo. Like, ruh-roh, Raggy. Yeah, like it's just a ridiculous thing.
This is our third video together now, right? Because the first one we ever did was when, and it didn't make it in the final cut. Well, I guess let's give a little backstory. So I met you guys here in the store when you were visiting, originally from the area. That's right. It was just Tyler.
Yeah, it was me and my wife. On this side eye.
That's right. Yeah, because I think she was just pulling you away from me the whole time.
right,
Like,
yeah.
leave that man alone.
Yes.
I was like, it's fine. I met my people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we met here because I was doing that bit with Dr. Karen.
That's right.
And then, that was super fun. And then it was like, we turned out we have a bunch of mutual friends. And so, 6 months later, I'm in Orlando for a podcast festival for work.
Yeah.
And we decided, you're like, beforehand, you guys are just like, hey, we got all these great places to eat. We do all this sort of same stuff. You know, we had a lot of crossover in our interests, international food, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, Disney World, too, being a fun part of the adventure. Yeah. And then, and then this, but we made... What you should tell them what you made me eat with you at Disney. Do you remember?
I do remember. So my brother-in-law, like you had actually a month or two prior, you had like, what's the weirdest food combo you've ever had?
Yeah, because I was trying to get the weird food combos, and people gave me mostly kind of safe ones.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever put mustard on pretzels? And you're like, okay.
Yeah, or a hard pretzel.
Thank you for emailing me, but also maybe double check.
Exactly. But my brother-in-law has slices of American cheese on a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, yeah.
So we did this thing in Hollywood Studios. We hung out that night. You got to fly a spaceship.
First time.
Yeah, first time ever. And at the end, I was like, let's just do this video now. I brought you some Gideon's cookies.
Yeah.
And I had I think I had just a very basic American cheese, right?
Yeah, it was, we did the craft single. I remember us having to peel the cheese open.
Yeah, that's right. And
fun part of the process.
Processed cheese too at the same time. And so we cracked that open, and like I thought it was going to be worse than what it was.
It was pretty
So
good.
Gideon's Cookies, it's local to Orlando, which is amazing. They're half-pound cookies. They're massive. But he does like the salt and chocolate, and he uses dark chocolate, and we put that cheese on top, and we're like, okay, it's just like milk in a cookie.
Oh, yeah.
It was creamier than what we thought. Like I was pleasantly surprised with that.
Oh, I think I should bring this up too, because our friend Victoria, who works upstairs, she's also, I've shared some of the cookies you've sent before with her. And she gets very excited about this. I'm actually, while you're telling this story, since it'll cut away from me, I'm probably going to text her and be like, I'm eating Gideon's cookies.
I'm getting Gideon's cookies, yeah. So, we'll break this up later.
Yeah. And, but that, like, his baked goods are, I knew they were popular when you first told me about them.
Yeah.
But they were a level of popular I really didn't quite. I guess the thing is, I don't mean this bad, but as a non-Disney adult, I don't really know what's going on, right? I'm just like, I love theme parks, I love rides, I love food. I want to go to the parks, but it's like the disconnect for me. As soon as it's over, I'm like, all right, back to the rest of my life kind of a thing.
Fair enough, yeah.
So with the Gideons, I did not really realize that you had effectively indoctrinated me into a cookie cult.
Yeah, I've been your cookie mule too a couple times.
You really have, which has been fun.
Now I'm your physical cookie mule today because I'm not sending them to you in the hot heat from Florida to here. I actually brought some as well.
I literally am texting Victoria right now to say, guess who's eating Gideon's
She's
right now?
She's going to start pounding on the window behind
She
us.
honestly might come down. I would not be surprised if she shows up in the studio in this regard. That's so funny. She's great.
Yeah.
Before we go too far, I realized we all have drinks out here. So when we were walking through the store, you were like, hey, I heard a rumor about a grape jelly drink.
Yeah.
And that was why today we're sipping on. We're got a couple things we're gonna sip on because you guys were also curious about the Skittles drinks.
Yeah, I haven't seen these.
I've been curious about them too, and I haven't tried them yet. But this is Welch's Grape from Ghost Energy. We love Ghost. We love all this good stuff. I can put an edit in here. Hold on. This is so I was saying. You guys, the Skittles thing, but we had the Welch's Grape Energy from Ghost. We like that. We love C4. The energy drink selection here in general is great, but I was curious about this. You guys haven't tried it yet, right?
I have not even had this yet. No.
I don't drink a lot of energy drinks, but I do for flavor every so often. Sure. I think this one rules. And as we've talked about on the show, I'm part of the no dyes in my drinks.
Fair enough,
team.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl. I already took a sip. I know it's delicious.
Like a white wine almost.
I was thinking that when you poured it, I was like, well, maybe there's a little dye, but it's probably not dye.
Yeah. Welch maybe is a little white, yeah.
Yeah, it's white grape juice. Oh, yeah, James crushing it already. It's pretty good, right?
Oh, geez.
Oh, you let it rip. All right, off to a good start.
It's good. It's good.
That's the clip I'm just pulling. It's just James letting it rip. Let me make that note, too. 8:44.
James rips it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually really tasty.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tartish almost.
Yeah, it tastes like there's actual grape in it.
Right, like
which I don't know if
Welch's.
there is.
Yeah, well, now we got to look at it.
Oh no! How can you read this? It's like the can. They use the shrink wrap, but it's purple and black, so it's almost blending together.
You can't.
Yeah,
I should probably take these sunglasses off.
We're
inside now.
I know it's okay. It's too late now. You've already
this
accepted.
also works as a modesty sock.
Yes, it does. I'm glad you wore that too.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's why I have. That's why I have the table here. Nobody knows that we're all.
What's going on? Yeah.
Well, like I was telling somebody last night, I was like, one of my favorite things about eating leftovers is I get to do them in my underwear, and then I was like, well.
Maybe.
Technically, I'm always in my underwear.
Right,
Do you know what I
yes.
mean? So really, it's not much different. It's like, why are we screaming? I have the pants on. You don't know. You don't know what's under here.
No
I could be
idea.
wearing wallpaper.
But
right
even
now.
still, with the glasses off, I cannot.
Let me see.
Read this.
No, it's so no, and it's really just the color scheme mixed with a reflective. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like black on purple, so there are close in shades, and it's reflective as
We
can
don't
be.
want you to know how unhealthy this actually is.
It's only 10 calories, so I mean.
That's good. We love it. I know. I think it tastes really good. My note is that I thought it tasted like real stuff.
It tasted like
real
stuff.
grape. Like there's actual food in it.
Yeah, that's your takeaway.
One of those rare things in America when we have real food in our mass-produced products. I think it's good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, for sure. It tastes just like jelly. Mm-hmm. I want them to come out with a peanut butter one so we can have a mixer. It's so gross. It's like that and a bottle of Screwball peanut whiskey. Woof. I mean, you couldn't have it because of, now that I'm outing your allergies on the show.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? I'm there.
We got so far away with this already. Like the whole point of this is that you guys are up here because it's Thanksgiving week and we planned this in advance. We're like, this is going to be the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
I got the first half of the show was just all Lou running through his crazy deals in the store.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was us talking about things that we were happy about. So obviously a thing that, you guys are happy humans.
We are
Be a happy
humans,
human.
Yeah.
We were here. We got people watching. This is your first time in the fishbowl, right? Wave, everybody.
First time in the fish. Yeah, first
Fish time in the first bowl.
First time in the fishbowl. Yeah. What's in this Welch's?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
How fermented is this?
But the cameras rolling. This is my what was the guy that turned out to be a really bad guy on the Today Show? Matt Lauer. This is my Matt Lauer moment.
Yeah.
I got a buzzer under the door. The door's locked.
We just want to leave.
Enjoy the energy drink, boys.
Yeah.
This is my Diddy moment.
We all love a good Diddy joke. Yeah.
I know, right? Right now we got to lean into it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we could talk. Obviously, we're going to try a bunch of stuff and talk about this.
We are. There's so much.
But you all traveled up here. You're performing this week. I mean, I know your guitar's off frame.
Yeah, it's off frame. So I am performing actually later on tonight.
Oh, that's right.
At Cafe Vino and Espresso. Today's date is...
We're lying about the date of recording.
November the 27th. But yeah, just for, consistency's sake. Right?
There's a lot of stuff happening on the 27th. I should throw this out too.
Oh.
Today is also the 27th, is the Jungle Jim's Toy Drive back in Beer and Wine, which you may have seen on social media. I'm staring into the camera, not at the people.
Yeah, no, but I'm looking, yeah.
We're doing you guys saw some of the raffle items.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The new Belgian bike that's built back there.
Yeah.
50 West brought a special cooler. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's on a rolling cart. It's very kind of 70s vibe.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Can you guys make one for me too? Because I know a little someone that she might like to have a 70s theme cooler in her life as well, Yeah, anyway, so I'm just super glad you guys are here. I'm glad we got to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
I've been leaning out. So we got through our first round of drinks already. You guys want to take one of these? So this is a personal favorite. I overcooked it a little bit because I got excited. Yeah. They normally you don't air fry bao, but in this case, that's what I had. So this has chashu in it. It's probably the bread's probably a little crispy, but it's like
I like a good crispy bread.
It's there's oyster sauce in the pork. So it has like a slight
there's
sweetness.
pork inside of this.
Yes. So there's a little pork inside of it. Here,
let's put it on a plate so we don't mess up his table. We got to be polite.
Burping, plating.
Plating.
The bread's a little. I burnt the bread a little bit. That's what made bad.
It's good crispy.
Yeah, there's the pork's awesome inside.
That's really tasty.
Yeah, it's super good.
Oh man.
Well, this is the only bao bun we have back in Asian frozen.
Okay.
That is designed for an oven because the rest of them are like steam buns.
Sure.
So this one already had a little toast on it, and then I just kept it in there too long.
No, that's amazing.
You said oyster sauce?
Yeah, so they use oyster sauce in it. And what's really funny is there's like a debate about this all the time if oyster sauce is vegan or not. Because I don't think it actually, I don't think it has oysters in it, but there's a bunch of back and forth on it.
We can ask somebody.
Yeah.
We know somebody in Columbus.
Really? Oh, we could. Let's call Chad right now. Can you imagine Chad? What's the take? And he goes, well, a lot of people, he would probably give the same answers. Like some people go, they're like,
and then be like, all right, well, do you eat it?
But watch Top Vegan. I got to be on the first episode. That was a lot of fun.
First episode, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. These are good though, right? Yeah. So just imagine in a real world where I didn't ruin this because I was too excited to see you all, that the bun was still, it was a touch of crisp, but soft still.
Yeah.
So good.
And I'm getting crumbs
all over.
Everywhere.
Oh my God, I'm going to crumb.
Isn't there a movie called Harry Crumb? Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't John Candy in it?
Yeah.
The show is just chewing ASMR.
That's all it is right now.
Oh, these are so good.
Yeah.
These come in a little 4-pack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the packaging is absolutely destroyed. Right Nation Frozen, though, it's a little 4-pack. They're golden brown buns. They'll stand out on the shelf to you. And I think they're only like $4. I mean, 2 of these is a meal, for sure. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's $1 a bao bun.
Right.
I know math.
If I was paying $1 per bun, I would have had a whole different 20s decade. You know what I'm saying? What I'm
20s,
saying is I'm positive on this kind of work.
Yeah, this is a good value for food, to be honest with you. Yeah, so you look at $4, like, all right, yeah, I have this, depending on how much you eat. This is really good value.
Well, I mean, you know, too, and we should talk about your expertise a little bit. I mean, you also work in grocery, just like me.
Yeah, I do.
In a competing company.
Yeah, so it's...
So you're competing. James is just a buffer for your corporate espionage you're doing. I was like,
correct,
let me feed your kids.
Yeah, let me feed the kids. Yeah, I do. I don't... The company I work for rhymes with Routes.
You can say their name.
Oh, can I say
yeah.
Sprouts? Okay, so yeah, I work for Sprouts, yeah.
You love it?
I do love it. So just, fine, I'll just give you some history.
Yeah,
so I used to work for a company called Bed Bath & Beyond. And man,
only familiar with the Beyond section.
Yeah, Beyond, the big giant remote control, which is the joke that everybody loved to say at my store.
Oh God! Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's a Sandler thing. Oh, I feel so. That was a hack move on my part. It was unintentional hack.
Yeah, well, but So you go from a company that was just closing its doors left and right to a company that is growing. And again, Mark and I are not in competition by any means. Like, we just love sharing this, but it's just it's.
No, we're firmly have our boot on your throat.
I get it. Well, that's like, is it competition? You can't compete with junglejims. Like, it's a whole different environment. It's like
Jungle instilled a really good attitude in me, because when I came in here, I was like, hey, I'm going to poke at the companies.
Right.
And, it purely out of humor.
Right.
Because deep down, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not a very competitive person, right?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just here. Honestly, I think that's why we became friends, right? It's like, I also want to be happy.
Yeah.
And, no, and thinking about that, I agree. I don't even feel like there's it's all healthy competition, if so.
I think one of the first things I said to you and texted you, and I was like, why wasn't I doing grocery stuff as a manager way before I was doing it? Because this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the people that I'm surrounded with are just are just very supportive, and the company's growing, and it's fun, and it's organic, and there's vegan options, and it's just a great company.
Yeah.
As he's over there.
I can't hold it in.
I can't hold it in any longer.
James, how is your GI tract going? Pretty good. Just kidding.
But yeah, no, it's
we'll get to you. We're going to talk about hell divers. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello, divers.
Hello, divers.
Take all the time you need.
Just smile and look handsome. Just show us how long your hair is while while we get through the rest of it. I kind of do want to see, actually. Yeah. I think you should show them what you're hiding.
Okay. Yeah.
Show us what you're working with.
Yeah.
That is impressive. So how long, actually, before I derail, how long have you been growing it out?
I think
like
7,
probably
8 years.
6 years-ish. I unfortunately took you to get a haircut.
Well, you do like a little snip on the tip, though, just a little by the bottom.
Yeah, a little snip here once in a while. And it didn't go well. And we were trying to grow the hair out, but it's like glorious. It's more glorious than my hair.
Yeah, I mean, and that happens.
Not trying to toot my own horn, but
but I mean, toot away, dude. Play it.
Just toots.
Yeah, just been tooting otherwise. Do it right into the mic, James. I'm sorry.
I think I'm done with this.
Okay, here.
So can I just put on
spot? Yeah, I got you.
I'm so sorry. How high def are your cameras?
How high def?
Yeah, because
incredibly 8K.
I'm like spitting food out. It just shot out.
That's perfect. Look. It's one thing. I have a buddy, and he is always complaining on Twitter about how people eat on shows and how mad it makes him. And then I'll write him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He goes, okay. Your show makes sense, at least. He's like, because you're doing food reviews, you're in a grocery store, like the half of the gig is eating. Right. He's like, so I would expect it here. But if I'm listening to like comedians and they start eating something, he's like, why are they doing that? And I'm like, okay, I actually kind of agree with that.
I think it's funny too. You see a lot of people doing the same thing over and over again. I think and they put it in their face, and it's just all the same. Yeah, this is different. We're just enjoying conversation and eating and having a good time, and Just sharing our love for food.
And I figured once we got over like the base tan layer, we go into some of those things and be like,
Yeah.
you know.
God, there's so much food here too at the same time.
Well, every year I try to do a Thanksgiving episode.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I realize every year that I'm like doing it nobody's changing the menu, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody does change the menu, it ends up being a meme the day after where they're just like, shouldn't have let her make the mac and cheese or whatever. You should put blueberries in it or some shit. Yeah, right?
I make a killer mac and cheese.
Prove me wrong or prove me something. I just want to try your mac and cheese is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get you. Like, just make me some mac and cheese.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's taking wild swings. So every year I'm doing all that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, hey, or instead, and that was when we started talking about this when you were saying that you might be up this way. I was like, we should talk about leftovers ultimately.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the main move. But I know we've derailed a little bit from your backstory too.
That's okay.
That's a podcast.
That's the podcast.
I imagine I just want my listeners to be the same way I am whenever I listen to a podcast. I'm like, finish the story! Finish the story! And then you never get to it. And you're just like, yeah. And they're like, oh, anyway, so Skittles drinks.
Yeah.
You know?
Or, actually, just speaking of drinks, we brought something for you. So I have a friend that watches the show and adores you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do I know them?
No, you haven't met this person. No, it's okay.
No, I'm just curious.
But look,
I want to know how afraid I should be.
You should be really afraid.
Oh, baby.
So
this is exactly what I thought this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Van Leeuwen collab with Liquid Death.
It is. Yeah. The Van Helsing collab.
The Van Helsing collab.
Yeah.
The Van Halen drink.
Speaking of Van Halen.
Yeah, right?
So,
yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you got to tell us what this is.
So this is the Liquid Death Hot Fudge Sundae flavored sparkling water. Now, I've had this already.
Liquid Death and the Hot Fudge flavored water. Where's my red Yankees hat?
Yeah, you need that. Yeah, because you got to have faith. You just got to have faith.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Hot Fudge Sundae flavored sparkling water. Muy de thirst. So I've had this before, and I don't want to give my take until you break into it. Okay. Yeah. Is that cool?
Just rip into it?
Let's just rip into it. We'll do it in front of the mic.
Try to get a nice picture. Yeah, that's right.
Right? There's your
Good
ASMR.
snap.
Good snap. Now it smells like Hot Fudge Sundae. I think
I
so,
kind of
right?
just get like...
See, I'm getting chocolate.
I was thinking sweet chocolate and maybe cherry too?
Yeah, maybe cherry.
It smells really good. We could just drink it. Yeah, how are we doing this? Does it matter?
You know what? No, because you know what? I don't want to ruin the flavor palette.
Yeah.
Right, if you put this in there, right? So, because these are all fruity drinks, I don't. So, let's just go, right? Do you want to go, James?
No, it's okay. No, actually, yes. I
Yeah,
will
you go ahead and take
for
it.
a matter of fact.
Go ahead and take it.
I have thoughts already. Instantly have thoughts.
Right. So, I'll see what your thoughts are. I'm going to take another. It's been a while since I've had this. So let me take another sip.
Okay, yeah. You too, and then I have some thoughts. But it is incredibly unique and interesting.
Yeah.
It's just nothing I want again, if that makes
Correct.
sense.
Right. So it's like you get it. Like,
Yeah.
all right. I get the Sundae. The smell.
Yeah, it's like
it all
sort of
works together.
creamy. Yeah.
But it's not because there's no dairy per se in here, right? There's no cream. It's just hot dog flavored water.
Yeah, it is. See, I know
Chocolate
this is my Limp Bizkit moment.
Right, yeah.
So here's my thought. I definitely do taste the cherry in there, and I think that's the problem, actually.
Yeah.
So, in general, I feel like cherry is one of those flavors that sometimes tastes like medicine when you make it, and then sometimes doesn't taste like medicine.
Yeah, you can taste that
cherry,
cherry.
and I taste that almost more. At first, I'm like chocolate cream, and then I'm like cherry at the end, and the cherry's not great, which is a bummer too because the cherry obituary that Liquid Death makes, absolutely is delicious to me.
Yeah, I taste the cherry now.
Yeah, it's like almost all you taste, right?
Yeah, like after the first couple of sips, you just taste it.
Oh, man, I am so sorry.
It's okay. I've done it a few times too, but I'm always doing that same thing. I'm like,
these carbonated brown drinks are just
exactly.
killing.
Yeah, exactly. Here for the CBD, dude.
Yeah. This ruthless tall boy of flavored sparkling water has a twisted plan to use natural agave and exploding bubbles to murder your thirst and recycle your soul.
I love Liquid Death So when I first started, but when I was just, I guess, I hate to say it, but I guess I was just Mark the influencer. I was the Mark that was just making comedy videos, and they were like, "Oh, you also eat?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, look at
who
me."
doesn't eat?
Yeah. But I had gotten sent from Van Leeuwen. It was their Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So Van Leeuwen does like weird collab flavors every so often. And now, at least when they were small, and now they're in Walmart, right? So it's like, I imagine not the same. It was a strange combo, though, the macaroni and cheese. Like, it just tasted like creamy, ice creamy macaroni and cheese. It was very strange, but it wasn't. It was like more savory. It was a little sweet. It was gross though. Ultimately, sorry Van Leeuwen. Whatever. We don't sell them here. I don't care.
Walmart,
it was disgusting. I hated it.
Destroyed it.
And then Walmart thing. And then after this, well, they would kept going viral for weird flavor combos, and which is a bummer because like they're more normal flavors are good.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I get it. I'm not mad. It's one of those like hate the game moments where you're just like, oh, this works. And look at them now. They went from being like an ice cream scoop shop in New York City. Now they're like in every Walmart, right?
Great business model, right?
Yeah, I love
what
it
you want, right?
For sure. Look, I'm just waiting for my sellout moment is where I'm at with this. I will say, by the way, the more I drink this, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to drinking more of it, to be honest with you.
At first, I was like, that's it. Now I'm like, ooh, chocolate spark. I think if this was just chocolate, I would honestly, it would kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
We've had a few like Bubbly, for example. They have you tried any of their creamy seltzers before?
You got us the Bubbly.
Oh yeah.
Cream, yeah.
Did you like any of them, James?
Yeah, I liked most of them. Yeah. I remember having them like a while ago, but I don't remember.
They had like a lemon sorbet one that I liked. It was controversial. I was apparently the only one to hear that enjoed it, like in the office circle. I'm really just saying Lucky didn't like it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's just the two of us down here.
So it's a 50-50 split.
Right. No, but I was like, oh, it was really lemony, and I was kind of impressed at how the cream carried to the seltzer. So when they announced this, I was like, vanilla and chocolate, that might go kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the cherry thing, and they wanted a cherry on top.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We love Liquid Death.
Liquid Death is amazing. Yeah.
They have a fun competitor now too.
Yeah.
What?
We don't carry it yet, but I have a sample
looking
just off
behind
camera.
me.
You see it there that says not beer?
Oh, never a bad time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just another sparkling water line.
It's honestly, it's the advertising, like the design of that can.
It's like how I imagine our dads drank beer. My dad didn't, but like
Pabst or something like that. Yeah,
it hits that note. I love it.
Blue,
Yeah, I love it, and I love that it's not on camera too. So the audience is like, "Wait, what?"
The marketing on that is.
I hope we bring it in because I think it'd be fun to drive a little competition because there's like two different ones. Because some people see Liquid Death and they hear the name. I've seen this on some of my own posts from friends of mine who are like, how do I say this nicely? And I don't mean it bad regardless, but I know everybody's sensitive all the time. They're just very religious people who are like, this is evil water you're drinking.
It's,
like,
like
it's really not.
It's like
really
the whole
just,
monster thing.
Yeah, monster.
Remember,
That's right.
There was like the person with the monster and like, oh, that's the sign. And you're like,
666 or whatever.
Yeah,
oh,
like,
yeah. Well, that's why I drink Monster. Right. When I found out it was not happening, I was like, oh, all right, I guess I'll drink Liquid Death. I need the real demonic water.
Right, yeah. I'm like, it's just called marketing. Like people doing their research.
They told me a fun story that this was just a marketing company who ran ads for the product, and the product didn't even exist. Yeah. And then people were like, we want Liquid Death. And they were like, uh-oh, we got to make the product.
We got to make the product.
How crazy is that?
I've got a lot of products that are not even like real products. So I'm like, man, if I start putting this out there, who's going to buy the name?
Run the campaign and then see what happens. Well, here, the thing I'm starting to realize in my own life is that just try it and then someone will see the vision eventually, right? I joke about this all the time. Anytime I get asked to speak at anything now where I'm like, I kind of have a made-up job. I don't know if anyone else is aware of this as much as I am. But I'm like, I am a grocery store influencer, I guess would be what I would call it. And I'm like, we kind of invented this position, which I think is fun, right? Because influencers obviously were real, but thank you.
Right.
But like, it's like a weird space. But I joke most of my day is trying new products, trying to educate people on products that are existing and get people interested to try new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one. What are we moving on to? What do we just hear?
We went straight to Skittles, right? So there's 3 different flavored Skittles here. There's 4 out on the sales
And these
floor.
are cheap too. These were like, what, $1 something a bottle?
It was like $1.67 maybe?
Yeah, I kept joking. They remind me of those little hugs. You know what I mean? The little jarred ones.
The one with the foil top that you had to like bite your tooth into just to get them open, or else you're going to scratch the inside.
Which is crazy, by the way, because apparently the hugs are like those are the ones without the sugar in them. They have like no sugar in them anymore.
Really?
Which I find fascinating because I just assumed it was like the Dave Chappelle bit.
Right.
You know, it was like
the hugs were like the ones on like the little
purple
plastic
sugar
barrel.
water. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this. What have you guys tried to
Smells
get?
like medicine. Like
That's what I was worried about too. I
Yeah.
smelled that too. I was like, James gave me the Dimetap, you know?
There's a certain kind of medicine. Yeah. Okay. Let's see your face.
It tastes better than it smells, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very sweet,
Does it?
but like that doesn't ruin it.
No.
really.
I think if these were ice cold, it would be really refreshing.
Yeah, they were colder an hour and a half ago.
But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Once we got excited and distracted for that.
Yeah, do it. So
I am
So
going
now
to.
you got your hot foot. Oh, I'm trying to reach for your can when I have a can right
Oh,
here.
you can have my can too. They're our cans. All right, now I'm going to blend it because James is right though. A little of the medicinal note still, but that happens in a lot of these red drinks, which is why I think a lot of them don't get sugar substitute versions.
Right.
You know, I was talking with a guy that is making some product that I think we're going to carry in beer and wine soon. And I was like, can you make a 0 sugar butterscotch soda? Because another audience member asked me that. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll find out. I'll get you.
Yeah,
let
and
me
so
do
he
some
was just like,
research.
if you use sucralose in certain flavors, you'll get the kind of weird medicinal notes, or something like butterscotch will just sort of taste.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, that's diet. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
yeah, no,
that's
I
like a
get that.
best case scenario. And so
Yeah.
he's explaining, he's like, so what a lot of these companies now will do is they'll use a little cane sugar to kind of round that out and then fill it with stevia and then use that. And that way it's still low sugar.
Yeah.
But anyway, you
Like,
guys want to try
it's-
this
it's
discussing
good.
the
Try it.
potential?
It's
Was it good actually?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
it's so much better.
it saved
What?
both of the drinks.
Totally saved both of these. This, I want some more.
Liquid Death. I know, right? Send it
Liquid
back.
Death, yeah, let's do this because
Dang.
I'm into this.
Well, now I'm like, let's go.
Well-
Let's try the other flavors.
What do we have to try the flavors as separate? Well, gosh, we got to finish.
Yeah, I mean, we
this,
have
right?
to. Well, just save a little of the red at the bottom so we can do a
a little red
little
one.
mixer.
Let's just keep going because wow, it hits.
It has like the cherry flavor in it.
It hits
from
so
the
much better
bag.
than I
Picked
thought
it up.
would.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both
Oh.
like it.
Look at this. I'm just going to do this here. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's that right there.
That's good.
This
Okay,
is-
hold on. I'm
you
pouring a little
just-
blue in mine.
You just smashed that. You just like,
Dude, it's so good. I also like that's my curse now, especially because I have all these water brands in here. I'm just constantly absorbing liquids.
this is so much better. All right, are you going to do this thing? Okay, I got to finish this. We'll try some blue. Is it sour?
No,
Because I think we'll have to do something salty.
it's one of
after
those
this.
things where like I can tell I'm getting snobbier as I get older, maybe, and it's just like when you try a mass-produced beverage,
Yeah,
you can taste that corners got cut.
yeah.
So what's
just put blue.
This is my so this is all conjecture. I'm just guessing, but Skittles used to be a C4 flavor, and in my
Yeah.
opinion, it was incredibly accurate.
I thought so too. The Swedish fish, like
Same.
all those things.
All of
Oh,
those
yeah, I
things.
remember trying
Yeah,
that.
they're all really accurate. So when I heard a rumor that Skittles was not going to let them use it anymore because they wanted to come out with their own product, I was like, well, maybe
Big
they're going to come
mistake,
out with something
Skittles.
killer. And then these are them, and they're okay.
Yeah.
And not that you want to be in the energy drink category, but if you told me that you could just make a Skittles soda that was 0 sugar like that didn't have all the other stuff, I would drink it all the time.
Yeah, and you're just giving the name.
And that's right. And
Right.
so this is like a funny thing to me where try the Blue Boys. So let me see if I'm crazy.
Try
But
the Blue Boys?
Yeah, try the Blue Boys. It's
Smurfs. Yeah.
Smurfs.
Yeah, let's go.
This one tastes like really different from the red one.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
It has that weird like vegetable note. I don't know how to describe that, but it's like celery, almost.
Maybe.
It reminds me of something I've had. Look at me like
Yeah,
it's concentrating.
yeah. Just sitting here swirling the glass like you're
Right,
a,
like a
This is how we
sommelier.
all become the soda
We become the
sommeliers.
Skittles sommeliers.
I'm just gonna go ahead and ruin
Yeah,
this
okay,
one
let's
too.
do it. I mean, because
The blue is way worse than the red, in my opinion, so far. And I had high hopes because I love a tropical Skittle. I was at M&M.
I wonder what the sour one would taste like then.
I bet the sour one might be the best of the three.
Yeah.
That's my hope. And if it's the worst of the
Because
three,
he has like no carbonation or like no like texture. It's just like water that tastes like Skittles. But
I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely better with this.
yes, I
it's
agree.
definitely better
Because
with
like
this.
the cherry sing.
Yeah,
It's so funny though.
tropical.
This is
chocolate
I love this. And we're
tropical
just like,
chocolate
let's
sundae.
try all of these weird
This
things.
has really
together.
just gone Not even according to plan. At this
Not
point.
at all. Again, that's what I love about a podcast.
Most of our conversations are like that, especially when we're.
This is every show. We always have an idea when we get in here, and then I'm like, let's let it evolve naturally. We'll get to our thoughts on
organically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Organic, even better.
The way I like to play my music.
Jungle Gyms has the largest organic selection in the Midwest.
Sprouts.
Yeah.
Also
I don't
organic.
know them.
Yeah. I don't know them. I dismiss them.
Actually, every time I'm in the South, that's usually my place to shop because like for real, where was it? You guys are in South Carolina, right? Greenville? Probably not, doesn't sound
we
crazy.
just opened some up in Philadelphia not too long ago.
Sorry, you can't replace Wegmans when it comes to East Coast grocery stores. Unfortunately, I love you, but
okay, no, I love you too.
But
Thanks, boo.
that's the second show we'll be doing is where you and I just travel the country and we try other grocery stores.
I was going to pitch something to you afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, James, I think you got to crack this
Jim
out.
to sponsor an RV.
Yeah.
We go state to state, play music, talk to people, try foods, and that's
Meet
it.
happy humans.
Meet happy.
Try
humans.
and review grocery stores.
And that's it. Yeah.
That smells good.
Does it smell good? And that's the first one you've said smells good.
Yeah, the other one smelled.
It also weirdly, now that you're pouring it, maybe my brain's broken, but I felt like it was way more intense of a green.
I thought so too.
And then when you opened it, it's like, oh, it's a different color now.
Maybe my green jacket from the Mark Borison collection is just.
It is so funny too.
Yeah.
And because this morning I was like, I need to wear a nice shirt, and I wore my Canadian hockey team Olympic shirt from 2018.
Yeah, I saw that,
So
yeah.
one, I was just like, 6-year-old shirt's been pretty nice. But then I was like, and then when you got here, I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to also dress loud, and I was like, well, I have the banana scarf today.
Yeah, I'm dressing loud today.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
think I'm
I snuck
dressing
into your
pretty
house.
loud.
I like yours too. Yeah,
And then
we're only like, what? Can you reveal it? Is it a reveal?
Should I?
I mean,
Should
sure.
I say-
If you're okay with it, I'm
cool
okay with it. Yeah.
Show us. What do you heart? Oh my gosh, a pickle fanatic in the house.
Yeah.
James, is this your way of announcing Jungle Jim's Pickle Wars in February?
Oh
February
yeah,
what?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think February 1st is official.
Okay.
I don't know if it's official. Well, whatever. You heard it here, folk.
yeah.
The Jungle Jim's Pickle Festival coming soon.
Don't you have a championship belt or something like that for the pickle thing that I saw one time?
We do. Oh, sorry. I took a sip of this. It's very sour.
okay, I didn't even
It's
try
actually
this yet.
very good. I think that's the best tasting one.
Yeah.
But
The
it is
best-
really sour.
So this is the best tasting one by itself.
Yeah.
Right? By itself, this is by far my
If I-
favorite.
yeah.
Bar none. Like, it's so much higher.
If you made me eat this, if you made me drink these again, that's the only one I'd be
But there's a
happy
fourth
about.
one out there.
Was
You
there?
don't
Oh, was there? Oh, is it the wild berry? Probably the
think
dark.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just grabbed 3 because there's 3 of us.
There's 3 of us. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Are you going
So-
liquid death then?
Well, yeah, I mean, we did it with the other one.
I actually like this one so much. I was like, I'll take another sip plain.
Right,
But
yeah,
let's
I think
go.
so too, yeah.
This one reminds me of a sour
I'm out.
version of the of like the green
And I
ice
just
pops.
spilled. Yeah.
Do you need? It'll be fun. We'll get it when we're done.
Yeah. You know what? It's not near the equipment. I've got sleeves. I can do all these things.
Do you like it?
I
I think I need to add more because when I'm looking at your glass, it's like fizzy and mine's just like.
I also drank almost all of the green. I think in mine, I was like, I
okay.
think I need another splash of the green.
Yeah.
I think that one works pretty good too, though.
I think that one works the
The
best.
red maybe
drinks.
still the best.
Yeah.
What were you
Yeah.
saying?
Can we
So
get because we're going to start eating food.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
have nothing left to wash
Oh,
the
to
food
drink,
down
yeah.
with. Yeah.
Perfect.
We should just text somebody. You got people.
Oh, I've got some water in the fridges too.
yeah. Oh,
I'll pull out the big
tremendous.
bottle of Fuji here in a second. I'll let you start.
What is
talking
it?
about
Fuji?
Fuji, I think it's pronounced.
Fuji? Okay.
It's an Italian brand.
Okay.
Fiuggi. So if I'm mispronouncing it, some angry Italian person will tell me that
You
I
got
know.
a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a guy. I got a guy.
just saying.
Just saying.
Hey.
How you doing?
You know what's really funny? I was cleaning my house this weekend for the first time since pretty much I got hurt. Can you imagine being trapped right? Wait, does it kind of work for you?
It kind of works.
Yeah.
Like it kind of works. I think though, by far, this is not. This is
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, blue
not
across the
plain.
board, not good.
So
Not
if we were
great.
to rank them, it would go
By
blue.
far, the Skittles. I guess let's
be
go with
the
your
best.
old tiering of S.A. Right?
Yeah, that has 2 S's in it for sour and Skittles. That's why it
Right,
ranks so
so-
high.
Yeah.
So high by itself.
Skittles.
Skedaddle. Isn't that what? No, it's Ka-chow.
So-
Never mind.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ka-chow. Struck by lightning.
Yeah, right.
That's great by itself. This is great with the Liquid Death.
Yeah, honestly, the red and the liquid death best combo. The green is the best by itself. The blue should
It's
be
like, I
stricken
would
from the
just
record.
not-
Honestly, backhand it off. Let it know where it stands. Thank you.
Yeah, we're done with that.
That's
one.
amazing. Okay, cool. So we did those. We got some snacks. You said you have more stuff under the table you want to bust out? If you want, why don't you bust some things out and start telling, and then I'm gonna sneak behind you. I'll grab some water.
Should I bust some of my things
what
out?
do we have on the other side, James? I forget what I brought. Oh,
Cookies and a cake.
so we have so many cookies.
Oh my gosh,
so many cookies. So we have.
Maybe we just try some of those off on air.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way. So we did bring some Gideon's cookies, Mark. Man, this is horrible. We're all just gassing it up. We've had so much carbonation.
I'll put a burp alert at the beginning. I'm like, listen, we're drinking a lot of carbonated beverages.
Instead of like one of those like seizure alert type things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Warning: this show may contain.
Yeah. So
this is the water, by the way. This came in a little while back. I had this Italian vendor come on the show a few months ago.
Dude,
this is a Lou found.
The water's going to help out so much.
Yeah,
the water's going to help.
So
out
we're set.
So much.
Let me rearrange a few of these things.
Yeah,
This
can we
liquid
maybe
death,
put this
almost
back
empty.
here?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you. Let's stack them up, boys.
I see paper towels. Can I step off?
Yeah, you can do whatever you like.
James,
I'll yammer while you do that, and me and
That's
James
fine.
can just chat.
Well,
You already got the fidget toy.
Yeah, I don't-
James, show him my date bait. This is office date bait. Yeah, I was telling someone I was like, yeah. These fun books on my table, they're like date bait, and they're like, you mean coffee table books? And I'm like, sure.
This is how we do it.
Look at that. So you got the all right, let me talk about this a little bit. One of my favorite things about Gideon's is the packaging. So they serve them in these like boxes. They're fun as hell. Like the artwork's cool. Like it's a little bit gothic. It's a little bit Smashing Pumpkins, melancholy, and the infinite sadness vibes.
So
the little fresh cards inside.
Yeah.
Oh, the box. It smells like the liquid death.
So yeah, it smells like liquid death. It is amazing. So they do have trading cards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, show them off, dude.
But
give Steven a little love.
Yeah, so they have these trading cards that they do. If you buy a box of 3 cookies, you get a trading card for free. And they have like a set of 12, and then there's always like 2 rare cards to complete the set. And this is by a guy that does art, Mr. Eyes Art on Instagram. So I'm giving you some love, Miguel. So we got that there, which is amazing. We buy 3 cookies like all the time to try to get all the cards. It's ridiculous. It's like the old trading card pack with like the bubble gum.
And each cookie's like 45 pounds.
Each cookie is that's why I'm so strong. I eat so much.
I know, dude.
It's like a combination
never skip cookie day.
Never skip. Yeah, leg day, I'll skip, but cookie day, no, that's not going to happen. I'm cleaning up as I'm talking.
I love it.
Time.
No, look at that. That's fine.
Yeah. So we got napkins for other things too, so we can wipe our faces later. You know, we got to be proper and polite. Pinkies up.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, every time someone offers me a napkin, I just think of Ninja Turtles, and they're like, "What for?"
What for?
You know what I mean? It's like one of those dumb, stupid
Turtles.
lines. Yeah.
I love Ninja Turtles. The third one's the worst.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't even. We just don't even acknowledge it at this point.
Is it canon?
I probably, literally. Did you get it in?
I did.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see it on the floor, so I believe him.
Yeah, you have to. I told you, it's true.
I know we got into the treats, and maybe that should be our dessert, like close up.
Yeah,
but this is Thanksgiving week.
Yeah,
let's maybe do a little of that before. We're already 40 minutes in. I'm like,
are you serious?
Yeah, well, like we
James,
haven't gotten.
We've been here since 11 o'clock. Like this is what we talk about. You talked about a while ago. The average customer spends about 2.5 hours here at Junglejims, and I can vouch for that. It's crazy. Wow, 40 minutes. Well, 1 minute because the one guy gave you a new computer.
That's true. Yeah, right. Yeah, because I got a new computer today.
Anyway,
off camera.
Back to the cookies.
Yeah.
Those are the chocolate chip. You've had the OG a couple times.
Classic.
Yeah.
So you got some funk over there, huh?
Yeah, we have the funk. This is their limited edition pumpkin spice cookie. Right?
I'm so excited about that.
Pumpkin spice?
I do. I love all the seasonal things. People get really weird about that. They're like, pumpkin spice is terrible or whatever. I'm like, you're allowed to not like things, but like
how good this smells. Here, just break into it. I know you've had a couple different cookies before. You've had like the banana walnuts.
Yeah. Oh, the banana walnut goes hard. What were the ones? You sent me some wild ones in February. Oh my gosh.
The spice ones.
This is so good that I don't want to eat it. Do you know what I mean?
Should
I break a piece off?
Just break a piece off.
Look, everybody, check this out for real.
Like they're literally half pound
You can
cookies.
find it on my Instagram, but it's like got like a cinnamon sugar streusel on top. Listen, Gideons, I know you don't like to sell outside of your businesses, but I feel like if you decide to make the greatest decision of your entire business's career, Junglejims is like the Epcot of grocery stores. So I feel like this should be
Would
there.
you say it's like if Willy Wonka met Walt Disney?
Yeah, and they were like, let's open a gift shop together.
Yeah, let's open a gift
and
shop.
Walt's like, I got a monorail. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh my God, I broke such a huge piece off.
I know. There's insert joke.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.
Because his cookies are like, you'd think because it's Disney adjacent,
Right.
it's in a touristy place, that they would just be straight sugar bombs.
Yeah.
And they are sweet, obviously.
They are, but they're not straight sugar.
No,
bomb.
they're like, it's really
He
balanced.
uses-
Like the spice comes through here really, really nice.
Yeah. And the
So-
texture.
Yeah.
And it's even, well, let's keep talking about all things that we love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Phil Rosenthal has the show on Netflix, Somebody Feed Phil. He visited Gideon's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he talks about like using the dark chocolate in his cookie. So it's not a big sugar bomb, right? Phil loved it. So I think also at the same time, we need Phil to come to Cincinnati.
I would love Phil to come here.
Phil, you need to come to Cincinnati. Talk to Mark. Mark will be your guide. He will take
I'll
you
be
to all
here.
places amazing. And you
Phil
can walk
Rosenthal. I'll get Dr. Phil.
all the
I'll get
Phils.
Adam Ray performing as Dr. Phil.
I am
I have multiple Dr. Phils and Phil Rosenthal. He won't know what to do.
that's so much.
Too
So
many
much-
Phils. I got local Cincy Phil. I'll bring him in.
Yeah.
Photographer, writer.
CM Punk's first name is Phil.
See, which is the wrestler I met?
You met
I was like
LA
Action Jackson.
Knight. Yeah, Action Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
LA
R.I.P.
you met-
Carl
you met
Weathers.
LA Knight. Yeah,
LA Knight. He's not a Phil, is he?
No.
Probably not, no.
but his Instagram is all about
He's
his
just
dogs.
Los Angeles royalty, I guess.
Los Angeles, royalty, yes. Night. It's dark.
That's
dark
so
in the
funny.
night.
Oh my
Should we
gosh.
crack open these cookies to show the audience?
If you,
no.
yeah,
Sure.
If there's something you want to show off, James, lead
Well,
the way,
I don't know.
baby.
I have no idea what these are. So
That's the banana walnut.
Oh,
one.
banana
Banana
walnut.
walnut.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, are you going to do a banana walnut / pumpkin?
If you want to, oh my, yeah, privately.
Okay, let's.
got.
Is that
this
classic chocolate
OG
chip?
chocolate chip?
That's the vintage right there.
Yeah, hold Tyler, if you will, hold them up to camera too.
So,
while you
I do
mention
this
it.
camera right here to my right.
Do the one that's facing.
This guy
you.
right here. So yeah, these are the cookies.
that looks
And they're
crazy.
amazing. Half pound as he's
It's
getting
okay if you
crumbs
get
in
crumbs on the
drink.
table. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad
it's
about
fine.
it.
But no, they're good. A little bit of salt.
I'll lick
dark
the table
chocolates.
when we're done.
You got the licky mat out there in the pet section.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We should get it. We did threaten to get Licky Mat, so we just filled with Goody Ann's cookies.
That's.
Oh my gosh.
We get two of the same ones.
I got.
He's got
no.
multiple
I got
classic
multiple- I
chocolate
got
chips.
Multiple vintage. Yeah. So there's so much. I mean, this is a workout in itself right here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So you think I should blend the pumpkin and the banana nut?
I'll
Which
do the-
one's that?
I'll do
Is that?
It's the.
Oh, so this is the kids' favorite. This is their
cookies and cream.
cookies and cream.
Oh, that looks incredible.
I've
Yeah,
never
you should
given you the
try.
cookies and cream because
No.
for me it's not a favorite of mine.
Okay.
For Steve, it's
Do
not a
they
favorite
do
of
it?
his.
Do they do like a peppermint bark one around this time of year? Do they
So
really?
in December he does Krampus and he does Kringle cookies. So
I
there's
love
like
that.
a bark
Okay.
one. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, these
like
are
all the
incredible.
work that goes into it. So yeah, I haven't given you the cookies and cream. There's
There's so many.
this is Thanksgiving in itself. This is a pre-Thanksgiving meal.
Well, and so that was what I did think we should go on to because
Yeah.
didn't you tell me you all do some interesting Thanksgiving leftover things?
we do, yeah. So just recently we had a Friendsgiving and I did Thanksgiving.
The real point of this episode is going to be like 3 minutes, and the rest of it's going to be like, look at these cookies and try out the
Yeah.
weird drinks.
And we did Thanksgiving nachos.
Yes.
So we had turkey. I put mashed potatoes on it, and then we did like a cranberry salsa.
cranberry.
And it hit. Like it was amazing.
It was like
"Oh, this
gone
is what
in
you
the
can do with
first
your
30
leftovers.
minutes.
Really?
And it was
Yeah.
it was gone. It was gone. I think so. I did like a Cracker Barrel turkey where there's like no seasoning or flavor at all in that because Cracker
That's
Barrel is
hilarious,
Like,
yeah.
It was like-
Somebody
and I was like,
yesterday on the internet, I forget who I was watching, but he was just like, I'm pretty sure they make this food in an old folks' home and then ship it to the Cracker Barrel.
what it is, yeah, or Golden Corral. Which
Oh
is-
gosh, that place smells like diapers. Man, clean diapers, but diapers nonetheless. It's still a red flag for
Let's
me.
make sure,
You're
yeah.
like,
Oh, I
It
just
smells
opened
like
up a
clean
box of
diaper.
Huggies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
I almost like
yo,
Golden
what is
Corral.
that? It's like, when you get like the trash bags that are sent in, you're just like, I know what's going on later. You
Right,
know what I
yeah.
mean? This is going to smell like rotting meat in
Yeah.
a few hours and fresh lemon.
Yeah.
You know?
But anyway, back to the nachos. As we always digress. I don't even know if we can even keep a conversation. What was the first thing we said on the show? Who knows?
I said, welcome to the show,
Yeah,
Tyler, or
yeah.
James, Tyler.
Here
I
we
did
are.
it that way specifically.
But I think the only,
Sorry we've just steamrolled you the whole episode, James.
Steamroll.
Yeah, like I just talked over you almost. Like you're here.
I don't
wanted to
mind.
know you're
He's-
welcome to contribute, but
he's here for the looks.
yeah,
right.
that's
Like
true.
no one's looking at.
I'm
us.
trying to bring in the young audience, and this is what I do. I'm like, keep looking at James.
right. The whole thing is just going to be
The
on
company
James.
14 to 19 demo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the whole video. Like you just hear our voices and it's just him like looking around, playing with
Burping,
the fidget.
play with the fidget tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's adorable. We love you for it.
Yeah, but I
Thank
think
you.
the only thing I would have done differently on those nachos was brine the turkey.
Okay.
Give some saltiness to it, and I was like, I should have brined this because the cranberry salsa was amazing.
Cranberry salsa sounds genius.
Yeah, and then
Dang, I wish I had thought about this in advance because I would have shipped you some of my my holiday hot sauce.
Why are you raising your eyebrows?
Because I haven't announced it officially. I've just been I've been working on this hot sauce for like a year.
Yeah.
Though actually it's done. The recipe's ready and I'm teamed up with a favorite local creator, a hot sauce creator.
Okay.
But I just, it's always funny. I'm waiting on the label design. And so we just, but things keep getting in our way of the design. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, and I'm not a pushy type. So I'm laughing about it here because I'm sure me acknowledging it will probably upset everybody. But I'm just like, I'm just waiting for that last piece. I can let it
waiting
rip.
for the world to change.
Yeah, waiting on the world to change.
He says that
right,
like,
exactly.
What, 67 times in that song?
Probably. And I was like, John, maybe you should stop writing songs and maybe just actually wait. Maybe just shut up, dude.
Just be quiet. Go play with the Grateful Dead. Do your thing.
We secretly love John Mayer.
Yeah. So we haven't even tried. See again.
Yeah, that's the banana one.
Yeah, this is the banana here. Just,
Here, break me up. You split it with me.
We should just.
banana split again?
Yes.
Yes. And then pumpkin. I'm just reaching at this.
Okay.
James, would you be so kind and be a
Be a
son.
mensch and give your dad a piece of the pumpkin spice, right?
Yeah, please, yes.
I'm gonna feed it to you.
Mother bird style, please.
Oh,
Chew it
yeah.
up first, James.
That's
I need the views.
maybe later. The banana walnut's good too, right?
Yeah, and it's real banana.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
one are
yeah.
we trying? This one?
Yeah.
I think we've tried almost all of them except the classic chocolate. Chocolat.
And this one.
Oh, yeah.
You need to try that one.
I will. Man.
Man, the banana and pumpkin is amazing. I love it.
Again, it comes to that thing where you can
man.
tell it's dark chocolate, so it's got that richness that you want.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so huge. I'd hate to find out I'd hate to see the nutritional facts on these.
Dude,
Nutritional facts hate to see me coming.
that's why they weigh so much. You start burning your calories before you take them.
I mean,
right?
for real, dude.
Yeah.
I just think about, well, we were telling funny stories about him earlier, but I loved the spicy one from the spring. We had a really good
yeah.
lineup. The spring ones were really good. They had like a lot of rich chocolate ones. And then the one that was
yeah,
spicy.
it was like the cherry cordial one, right?
That was, yes. But I thought the cherry cordial one was also spicy.
So it was.
Okay.
And then they had that strawberry one.
That
with-
was the one I thought went crazy.
You're like, how can you improve? And it's like every
I
time
feel
you're
like every time that's the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of our favorite ones, I didn't send this to you, was their orange chocolate.
Yes, which because afterwards you're like, oh, I don't know if you like orange chocolate. I was like, it's one of my favorite combos. And you're like, it's one of my favorite combos.
Yeah, I have a friend that doesn't like orange chocolate. I'm like, which friend was this in my list of things? I'm like, I can't go through every.
Dude, of course. And then
Right.
the problem is most people will get upset if you don't remember the thing.
Right. There's this.
Which is, it's like being on the other side of it. I'm always like, look, I barely remember. I don't know what I like.
People will come up to me and be like, remember that thing you said the other day? And everyone was cracking up. I'm like, please indulge me. What thing was it?
Yeah.
And you said this. I'm like, it sounds like something I would have said.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't remember it because it's just, I think a lot of times with like quick wit people, I'm not saying I'm the quickest of all the wits.
No.
But you just like things
You're
just
in the
come-
moment and then it's over.
Right. And they're like, I don't remember that. And then maybe sometimes I'll go through and like, I should probably expand on this.
It makes me think it's a great quote from an amazing actor in the worst movie he ever made, which is Raul Julia in Street Fighter, the movie. It's terrible.
Man, he was M.
but
Bison.
he's so good in it. And he has
Yeah.
a line in it where this lady like comes up to him, is like, you massacred my whole family. He's like, to you, it was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. And I'm just like, oh my God. But that's how I feel about doing stuff. Where I'm
Right.
like, I'm glad you had a great experience with me.
Yeah.
I remember that we talked. I don't have any of the details.
Yeah.
Did you send me an email?
Yeah.
I also didn't read
We talked to some lovely ladies out there before we even got here too.
Yeah.
See, now that's my brain just going like, oh, you just about talking to somebody, and we talked, and they're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Listen, just be happy I remember
Very
your
nice.
names.
Right.
That's where I'm at. I was like, oh, that's impressive to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Think about how many
Crazy.
people walk through both of us in a store every day. And I
Yeah.
know you and I are similar in that we will talk to every customer who doesn't have an angry face on.
Oh yeah.
Even some that do.
Even some that do, because maybe I can change
Yep.
that angry face and maybe bring some light to their day.
Maybe they were waiting on the world to change.
Maybe let's circle back to John Mayer. Let's just do it. Wow. Where's the time gone? This is the most.
Yeah.
We need to try the cookies. And
Oh, yeah,
cream.
yeah. Bring me up a piece
cookies
of that.
and cream, and then-
bring me off a piece of that. Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream, yeah, or
It's
as
kinda
Andy
totally.
or fancy feast, as Andy Bernardo would
Fancy
say.
feast.
Yeah,
Maybe this will
I
change
do
your mind.
not. All right, we're all eating food here. Just give me the cookie. It's really sweet. I was talking to Steve one day about this. He's
I see why you might not like it.
Yeah, and he's like, kids love this cookie. Not my favorite. I forget what he said he buys. Like,
I think that you're whispering, like he can still hear this.
it's kind of like that SNL skit, right? It's like, oh yeah, we were like him, but here's what we really got to say. You know, they kind of whisper.
And coming in,
Yeah, here we go. Good.
we flew him up from Florida.
all the way from Florida.
Anyway, Tyler, which one did you hate?
Oh, I love them all, Steve. You're my favorite.
James, this is your favorite though,
It's
for
mi
real.
favorito.
Not anymore. I changed my mind.
Okay, what is your banana?
This one.
Pumpkin.
Yeah. I mean,
I just can't.
the cold brews are good. They're like cookies and cream cold brew.
I just
So sweet,
can't.
though.
They do have a good cold brew. Made by Lineage Coffee, which is in Orlando. He partnered with them to do their own cold brews. Only at the Disney location, not at the East End Market.
That's so crazy. See, what I need to do is make us like even though it's like I'm not a Disney adult, but I respect and I understand it, and I'm like, it'd be nice if we were like the satellite location for those kinds of things. And I know a lot of those places are like we want it special. I'm like, not to be this guy, Disney. Ohio's also not special. No one's gonna. They're gonna just be like, occasionally we can get it here as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna kill your business, I promise.
The thing is, though, Steve would probably find a way to convince Jungle Gyms to move down to Florida. He'd
Yeah,
be like,
we'd have
"Oh,
like a pop up inside of the
Gideon's
shop.
thing,
Yeah, the 8-mile long line
The
as
whole-
I'm getting wanded going into Disney Springs. What was that about, by the way? Like, because didn't you used to be just like. Remember, I was going to go back to the Disney Springs last time, and then I was like, "Why is there a line to the mall?
Oh,
Did something bad happen?"
No, nothing bad happened. That was just probably just influx of people at the time and just having to go through
I
security.
just don't remember ever having to go through security any other time I've ever been there.
Yeah.
I remember just parking in the lot and going downstairs and then going to play at the Void VR, RIP, and then
yeah.
greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I wish we had that here.
Be a good time.
We have bad VR in town. And then I have to explain to all the casuals. I was like, no, the one at my house is actually better than this one. You're paying $70 for 40 minutes of
PSVR also.
Yeah, the PSVR also, exactly.
PSVR too.
What would we call the PS5 then? PS5 as well.
Yeah. Well, I brought some other treats, and they
Oh my
actually
gosh.
weren't even supposed to be here for us. This was actually supposed to be for our friend Chad.
Oh, and
these are our vegan chocolate chip cookies.
Would anyone like some
Yeah,
water in the
some
meantime?
water. James.
It's
I don't
not
know our
sparkling,
cup.
it's still. These
Yeah.
are vegan cookies?
Yeah.
Wanna-
No, I don't want to finish your drink. Just
Oh, here,
don't-
we'll go with the bottom one first. I
Yeah,
see
so there's-
vegan sea salt caramel chocolate chip.
Yeah. And I just
These are Sprouts made. This is a first. This is like me brokering the peace treaty
It is.
between the grocery store
Sprouts.
giants.
I'm just trying to spread some love up north. Come on, don't get mad at me.
Well, what's the other popular one that I think is coming here from Florida? Publix. I think they're opening a
there's
Publix,
Publix,
here.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because Kroger's down south, right? So Publix like, well, I'm just going to go up north then.
Yeah, I kind of
Sorry.
love it.
That's
And then
their
we're just hanging
competition.
out here in Fairfield and Eastgate.
I know that people love Publix because they make some really good sandwiches, like their like chicken sandwich. Oh, nice! I like that.
Yeah.
Always carry.
I don't
this
drink
with me.
wine, but I have the tools to.
Right. Yeah. So these are our vegan cookies.
You
Like I
boys
said, this
pass
was
them around?
supposed to be for our friend Chad.
Chad,
I'm done for
creator of Top Vegan.
Yeah, you got to be on the very first episode.
Yeah,
Go-
we already pitched
go support,
that.
Go support our
now
friends.
that's how you can really tell the ADHD's kicking in because we're already like, all right, so back in the beginning of the episode.
We just talk about the same thing over and over again. We really have 3 topics that we're just knowledgeable on, and that's it. And that's it.
solid cookie.
It's a solid cookie. I mean, it's a solid cookie.
Honestly, you could serve these to people
Yeah.
and not tell them they were vegan.
Oh,
and
I
they
l-
really wouldn't know.
The vegan cookies from Sprouts, in my opinion, are better than the regular ones. They're so good you couldn't even tell.
They're probably made with a little more care. You know what I mean? It's like one of it's.
Are you saying vegans care more?
Not saying that, but I'm saying in the bad way, right? And I don't mean it really bad, but like I would guess that any big company is really customer service focused first. So it's like more like, do you want to deal with 8 million phone calls from an angry group of people? Gosh. You know, whereas like the general public is not going to complain about a box cookie. They're going to be like, it's a cookie, it's
Right.
fine. But again, and I'm not saying vegans specifically, but I'm saying because there's a dietary restriction, because of all these things, there's going to be a little more care put into it. It's kind of like I have this theory about like fast food places now and restaurants that do customizations on the go.
Yeah.
I think you will always get a higher quality product if you make a customization than if you just order directly off the menu.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a stupid one, where you're like light lettuce. They're just gonna pay. They're gonna like lock if they're like a decent employee at all. They're gonna like lock it and be like, okay, I can't make it this way. So you're just gonna be engaged in it in a way that you wouldn't be normally.
Right.
You're just shooting the sour cream gun. You know what I mean? Well, Taco Bell is the most American fast food place because all of the food comes out of a gun. It's true.
Americans. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get both of you. I was like, oh, we all just get fired?
Yeah. I mean,
It's a good joke. It's true.
It's a great joke. Yeah, I get it. Like, I would sour cream guns all day long.
All day long, dude. If you told me that was a thing, I'd have like I'd have a backpack on.
Yeah, let's do the Fortnite emoji. Let's go.
Yeah. Where my V-Bucks at?
Where's my do the gritty? Was it the gritty?
Yeah, hit the gritty, dude.
He's like, no.
He's like, no, Dad. Sorry, it's passed already.
If we're trying to cater to the 14 to 19-year-olds, like,
he's more skibbity toilet now.
Right? Yeah, and even. Do you see his eyes just roll?
Dude, that's one of that's like the skibbity toilet thing.
Such brain rot.
Oh, of course, all of it is. There's an article the other day they were saying about cocoa melon, like for like the babies.
That's brain rotting?
Yeah, because it's like edited in such a way to give you like the constant like attention switching. So you're like tickling your pineal gland or whatever, the little serotonin drip.
Pineal gland?
Pineal. Yes, it's like your third eye inside your brain. If you listen to shittier podcasters, they're like, this is the key to existence, you see. We've calcified this gland, and only if you take my supplements.
Dude, the whole supplement thing.
I want to get some, but like I would want them to be real. I would just be like, hello, Centrum. Can I just have my face on the bottle?
I'm like, oh, I should take this. And you like read it, and like, these reviews all sound fake and produced, and I don't know if I'd trust this.
Yeah, for sure. They overuse emojis.
And then you start doing something like, okay, this is I'm sorry.
Yeah. And what sucks is every so often I will find one that I'm like, oh, I actually think this does work. So funny enough, a competing brand, this is very funny to me, a competing brand locally through this big, they called it a wellness festival. It's really just like a hand stuff out festival.
Yeah.
And they shut out downtown, but this year is when the hurricane happened. So like they shut the whole festival down. I imagine it was a nightmare. I actually feel bad that it happened this way, but it was great for me, a person who was going to the Taft Theater during the hurricane. Because my Uber had to drop me off at the long end of this setup where all these tents have been like washed out and destroyed. And because of this, they were just handing out damaged product all night. So I went back with all this stuff. And one of them was a product from a brand called Alpha Brain. And they are famous because they're like a Joe Rogan thing. So like that was where they rose to popularity. So I would never, one of my favorite artists is right there.
Look.
And yeah, the other Josie in Junglejims.
Yeah, the other Josie's on vacation far away from Orlando.
That's right. That's so cute.
Yeah.
But anyway, so because of all of this, it was like a whole. I just didn't trust it. Whatever. I'm like, I'm not going to get on a whole big soapbox. So I'm like, everybody's a grifter. It's fine. You just accept it early on, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has merch. Joe's was vitamins. I don't care. That said, the samples they gave me were of these like. Effectively like brain focused drink powder things.
Sure.
And I was like, this is probably total bullshit.
Right.
And mind you, these were just handed to me for like, there's no real bias here. Nobody wanted anything out of me. I'm not being paid to say this, but I just was like, oh, I like vitamin water anyway.
Sure.
So I usually use this product called Eco Drink.
Yeah.
And I ran out and I was waiting I have to ship it from Costco because you can't get it anywhere else. Yeah. So I was waiting for it to arrive and I was like, let's rip through these. They're free and they were super expensive. Yeah. They both tasted good. And I like legitimately on the days that I take it, I'm like, oh, I'm like more, it's, brain focused. I don't know how to say that better.
Kind of like mood changing chocolate,
I mean, yeah, like mood-changing chocolate. We can get that back at the liquor store.
Getting your mood-changing rings at the same time.
At the same time, it's a good deal right next to the bongs. That always cracks me. I love the setup back there. It's like, kratom, bongs, whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's run by the Ohio State Liquor Agency, so it's more of a them problem than an us problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was really impressed. I really thought they were going to be totally like a total bullshit thing.
Right.
And then I'm like, I do have a noticeable difference when I take it,
Should we have had that before we started this podcast?
No, I want it to be real. I don't want to be fake us and be us. Well, Tyler, we could be very studious today.
Extremely focused.
Here's the thing. This is the Thanksgiving episode. My real pitch to this was really that it was like, yeah, we can talk about Thanksgiving stuff. We can talk about travel. We got through some of the Happy Human Adventure stuff. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Now that have we tried everything?
No.
Is there anything else that we need to?
Try these chips real quick because we talked about.
Yeah, we had these. We didn't even get to the international stuff.
No, we didn't.
Well, these are fun. Here's a product. Martha showed us this back in international. She showed me the other ones last week, just the plain ones, but I saw these. It says Himimaru is a Japanese rice cracker with wasabi.
Yeah.
But I did tease you with these, so
Yeah, because we were talking about Pocky chips and
Yes.
the fact that Pocky's
R.I.P.
no longer around. R.I.P. Pocky.
Yeah.
And I was saying how my wife
that's what the P
loved-
stands for.
Yeah.
Rest in Pockies.
Rest in Pockies. Ridiculous. It was the one chip challenge. It was the one chip that ruined Pocky.
It killed him, man.
And it killed the company.
Honestly, that kind of rules.
Yeah.
Not that he died. I'm not pro-death.
No,
I
we're definitely
am
not
pro-crazy shit happening to huge brands, though.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is, though, they had a chip. First off, I like the ghost pepper chip. No longer there. My wife liked their green salsa verde chip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't found anything comparable. So can we just try this one real quick?
Yeah.
Julio's, and we can make it a quick.
Let me
thing,
give you a quick note on this.
Yeah.
So these are produced not for us. Like I believe you can get them out elsewhere. But I was talking to our brokers or distributors. I forget exactly what her title is. But she was like, they are like pretty much all but making these to order.
Yeah.
So when we get these in, they are as fresh as probably fresher than like any chip that we carry in the store when it shows up.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So Julio's the one we have here. This is the chili lime flavor. Yeah, let's bust into it.
let's just try it real quick.
I'll
We've
just
had
take one.
So many sweet things.
This is my gift to you. Yeah, we were like, what's so funny is before, we're like, we have all these sweets. We should get some savory stuff. Get
We don't
wild,
do
boys.
Anything savory at all, and we didn't even talk about Helldivers.
We don't have to. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It's a great game. We'll just say that.
Yeah, we love Helldivers. I hope it wins Game of the Year, but I don't know if it got nominated for Game of the Year.
No,
I
it
don't
didn't.
think so.
That's right. It just got nominated for Best Live Game, didn't it?
It did?
That's
I
still-
think that was it. That's just
but
good.
still a great live game.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah,
we'll be like,
and
okay.
you know, we should play it again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
we
want.
should. I hooked up the PS5.
Did you really? Hell yeah. And well, never mind. You were the one that sent me that thing, that PS Portal.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited about it, guys. If you don't know out there watching or listening, so the PlayStation has this thing called a Portal you can buy. It's kind of like the Nintendo Switch, if you're familiar with that, if you're a nerd like me. But it originally was designed as like a wireless portal to your PlayStation, so you could play it anywhere. You both had internet connection, whatever. And it would just act as like a remote streaming device. So couldn't play games on it directly until this week, where they unlocked the ability that you can now stream games directly to it, even without. Oh, our new fan, she's banging on the window. We love her already.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
absolutely, yes.
We met
We
these
told her
lovely
to do
ladies
yes.
back in Beer and Wine earlier. They were doing some stuff and
The ones I
cooking and
mentioned
trying all
earlier,
kinds of
yeah.
stuff.
They recognized you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. Anyway, the Portal should be great. I actually just charged it up, so hopefully we'll find out soon how
Oh,
great
you
it
have
was.
one.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. Anytime I go somewhere else, it's like, oh, I can still bring my PlayStation with me. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And not that, like, you know, I'm either I'm in a cool city type of traveler, or
Sure.
I'm completely remote and I have no technology with me. So it's
Right.
like nice to have the option.
It
you know?
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Helldivers rules.
Let's put these chips in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to do To Vampire Survivors.
Man,
I
you
know.
talk about a red
I
trigger.
ruined your life in a good way.
Yeah, I haven't put so many hours into a game until Vampire Survivors hit. Okay, let's do this.
Let me know what you think.
Those are good.
They
They're
don't
good.
taste the same as the other, though.
They don't taste the same. Pocky
No.
had like a texture, had a taste.
I think these are great. These are kind of spicy.
They're very good. I didn't taste any spice. I do have a high tolerance for heat on my palate.
But I just mean
These are good, but it's not.
no, it's not enjoyable. But it's one of those things where
Okay.
we're in Ohio. I got to
Yeah.
make sure. I got to make sure the whites are safe.
Yeah.
Seriously though, because this is one of those where I'd eat this and then I'll get an angry email. They're like, "You didn't tell me it was spicy." I'm
Right.
like,
No,
it says zesty. I think that's appropriate.
right. Yeah. Zesty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
These are good though. Julio's.
Ooh, I like the my favorite. They have one that's like the freaking hot chip.
Yeah.
Flavor's great.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
nice and spicy. It's not like, again, like regular people can enjoy it, but like we
Sure.
would really like it.
Yeah. No, awesome.
So good.
And
Vegan
there's so
cookies.
much food on this table. It's
I
literally
know.
like
I love
having
it.
a
I'm just like sitting here like,
Thanksgiving,
oh, yeah.
It's like tapas.
It is. Yeah, exactly. Like tapas for people who are pre-diabetic. Post after this episode.
Just after the episode, when it
Well,
gets
good
done
thing
in
we
post.
got the semi-glutide pens here at Jungle Gyms now. So.
Oh yeah. Speaking of. I
Yeah,
forgot
exactly.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Time to rip it.
Yeah.
Guys, all kidding aside, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do this again in the future. We'll do more fun stuff, and we'll do
Yeah.
some short reels here.
Maybe
with
you come
Lucky
down
a
to
little bit.
Orlando. We do some stuff.
I would love that. I know
Yeah.
I've been threatening to take vacation since I started here,
not a
and then I'll
threat
take
to
like a
us.
day or two every so often. And I'm
it's
like,
not
I should
a threat.
actually do something.
Yeah.
And then the last time we did hang out, it was on a work trip anyway. I just came
Oh,
to
your
see you
work
after
trip.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
It was like I got to that conference at like 8 a.m. I get back to my hotel at like 5:36, and we're like, oh, that's right, because we were going to do something else. And then I was like, and my buddy Hector was just
oh,
like,
no, that's for today.
yeah, and I was like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell you where exactly I was in my hotel room at the moment when I had the revelation. I'm just like, oh no.
God. Well, this is when
This place doesn't have a bidet.
/ water fountain.
Yeah, exactly. So there I am hovering over the sink.
Yeah.
And no, I'm kidding. But I had that revelation. I was like panicked.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh my gosh. Because I didn't know you guys that well yet.
Not at that
you know?
time. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, we can make something work. It's cool.
Yeah.
I understand things happen.
Yeah, it was cool. And you guys were like, yeah, it's great. And then we flew the Millennium Falcon. I've been telling stories about how cheap the tachos were for 2 years now.
Correct. Yeah. And it was so funny because you're even like, I got Skyline chili for you. And you forgot it. Like, I got it for you. I promise it's here.
But it was in
forgot
the,
it again.
thankfully.
And then,
Yeah, I got all the way over there.
Like, no, I really have Skyline chili for you. And I was like, dude, that's the only thing we missed.
And I actually also felt bad forever because I was like, I should have brought way more.
Yeah.
But I think, again, I was like, I knew James.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the other kids at that point, really.
Yeah.
Like, I knew there was a family.
Right, yeah.
But I wasn't sure like the extent of the
and
size
now we're
of the
stuck
family.
with each other for the rest of our lives.
I know. Look, you guys were one of
We're
the
in
few
it.
people who rescued me during my my
that was so much
health
fun.
scare 2024.
A couple times we ate at Hello Honey.
Yeah, we
Which
love
is
a little
nice.
ice cream. That was
Mazuntas,
nice. Yep.
Downtown.
Well, not this time since it's kind of an eating holiday already. But I got to introduce you to my taco people now.
I know. And
Former guest, a friend of the show.
I was trying to think, do I have any time this time?
Yeah,
Because
no, of
it's
course.
like
Well, and you're
tomorrow.
doing mostly stuff up this way, and I live like 45 minutes away, which is
But that's
conducive.
nothing. Like Orlando.
That's true. Yes.
Orlando itself is 45 minutes away from Orlando itself.
Right, yeah,
Like easily, like an hour. Like
And
I need
I'd say
to go.
we have better drivers in Northern Kentucky compared to International Drive,
Yes, that is absolutely
the most
100%.
dangerous street on the planet.
Yeah, you don't even walk on the sidewalk.
Terrifying.
Yeah, just
Oh
don't
my
want to.
gosh.
Yeah, the Wonderworks building on International Drive was not upside down until somebody hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's just how like, oh well, I guess we're just doing it upside down now.
You know, now that I think about it, don't you guys have an international McDonald's on International? Do they do the menu or no?
We were wrapping
McDonald's?
this up like 10 minutes ago.
It's
but yes,
fine. This is the Midwest goodbye, dude. It's fine.
It's never a goodbye.
This is the Thanksgiving episode again. This is the one that every year I put it out, and I always try to make it like a really serious thing. And then people are like, "Mark, this week we want to listen to the show, but we want something easy." And I'm
Right.
like, "This is perfect to me."
This is great traveling podcast. For those that are traveling, I think we're already we're over an hour at this point.
hour
right?
and 10. Yeah,
Yeah, we're over an
I
hour.
just
at this
keep
point.
looking to make sure the cameras aren't flashing at me.
Oh, well, we have what 150 on each of these. Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we have plenty of time to complete this
So-
sentence.
That's right. Yes. I mean, it's just a run on at this point.
Yeah, it is.
What is the thought even? Okay, International McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a lot better. It's actually a lot
Yeah,
better than what we
Sorry,
thought it would
James,
be.
I got to take you on a date now, dude.
Yeah, that's the
That's the rules.
that's the rules. Dems be the rules.
Yeah. Ugh.
International McDonald's. They have pizza there.
Right.
It's much better than you thought it would be. We had our friends
Really?
from the UK. I'm going to shout out to our dear friends, JJ Extra, Josh, and Jason. So watch this, and then watch them, and then watch Top Vegan, and watch this. Like, just do all the things that really involve us.
Yeah.
Right? Stay within our friend group.
Right.
And,
We need the clicks.
yeah. And but we took them there, and we're like, wow, this pizza is so much better than we thought it would be. Then we had like an apple pie, and we're like, oh, wow. This does not taste like McDonald's food. And it's actually kind of cool because then you can walk across the street and go to the Hulk Hogan shop if you're a big brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Only sell my beer, brother.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
Macho Man.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
Macho Man.
going to his place, Nacho Man, which is right down the street.
Is there really a Nacho Man down the
No,
street?
that would be hilarious. Is that a place?
James, pull it up. You got to be our Google guy.
You got to be.
Oh,
You're
is that
the
a place?
Jamie on the
What-
show
what's the
today.
place?
Yeah.
Nacho Man. Is that
Nacho
really
Man.
a thing?
I mean, if
Nacho
it's
Man.
not.
Yeah, if not,
Oh.
we just invented it right here. This is
Right
IP now. I have a timestamp on all of
Right.
this.
Yes. Is there a Nacho Man?
Old El Paso Nacho Man commercial, 1990s.
Nope.
No, that's not it.
Images.
Just type in Nacho Man restaurant. And we've got this on this show.
Restaurant.
Jamie, go ahead and pull that up for me.
Oh.
Do that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Wait
Did
a
it work?
minute,
No. No, there really is, though.
Oh.
what?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Does he have the glasses?
No, he has like a luchador mask on, so I think we might still be good. Also, I'm pretty positive you probably couldn't. No, Nacho Man. Like, if it was just Nacho, you'd probably get away with it. But Nacho Man, they probably own that trademark. That's what I'm thinking about. And then I'm like, how do I circumvent this so I still get what I want?
Nacho Man, Brandy, right? So
You're right. I'm Nacho Man. I'm
Nacho
no
Man.
one's man.
I ain't nobody. I got a man. What's your man got to do with me? Positive K.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Not
my
trying
God,
to hit
I
it.
mentioned that the other day online.
Yeah.
Too funny. Nachos, something, whatever. Anyway, Thanksgiving
Libre.
nachos. We nailed that. It was 90 seconds of the hour and 10 minutes you talked about. Yeah, it did sound great. Well, I remember
grind
originally
the
I was like,
turkey.
let's build it together. And then I was like, oh, it's going to be crazy in the store.
It is. It's very
That's like the
busy.
funny thing about producing this week is that we had all of these grand ideas. And then pretty much when I got to work Monday of Thanksgiving week, it was insane here already. And I was like, I feel like a lot of our ideas are going to fall through this time. But that just means you come back next time, we'll do more weird stuff.
Yeah, and then those ideas will fall through, and we'll just talk about dumb
I don't think
things.
they will. I think any other month than November and December here, everything is possible.
Fair enough.
It's just, I mean, dude, you saw how crazy it was here. Even when we were just
very
walking by the
busy.
register at like 11 o'clock on a Monday. Oh, sorry, we're lying to everybody. This is Wednesday. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when we were here 2 days ago.
2 days ago, preparing for the episode before
Yeah.
recording it.
Going
Yeah.
through.
Everyone tapped out early at this point. I love this. I love
I
that.
know.
It really worked. Did you love it for real?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm addicted. Like, I keep
It's
zoning
better than a
out.
PS5, isn't it?
No.
Dang it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
'Cause
looking
if
for
I
cheap
thought I-
Christmas gifts.
$5, not
Yeah.
500.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were all excited. I got an alert. It's like PlayStation on sale now, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" And
Yeah.
it's still like almost $500. I was like, "It's not much for sale." I mean, it legally is on sale.
$479.99.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah,
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, oh, cool.
Oh,
The
the
$20.
The PS5 Pro.
I did find one good one that was like, it came with an NBA bundle. It was like an NBA bundle. It was only like $375. I
he
was like,
plays that
okay,
game quite
that's
a
it.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say you love a little NBA, don't you?
I play it too much.
And you play basketball in real life though too, right?
already dunking.
Oh, really?
I'm
Then
touching rim.
donuts.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're
Sorry.
not advertising that company, by the way. Just
No, it's
saying.
okay. I mean, what you can advertise my donut company that I'm opening, Dunkin's Donuts.
Okay.
My
Dunkin's.
middle name now is Dunkin.
Okay.
And then
Dunkin's.
Dunkin's Donuts. So
I like it.
Dunkin apostrophe S.
And how are you spelling donuts? Like DOUGH?
Of course. I mean, I'm not trying to get sued.
Right. Yeah. DOUGH hyphen NUTZ. Yeah. You gotta be cool.
Actually, D-O, and then in that case, it's just D-O-N-U-T-Z.
Yeah.
And it's going to be using Utz pretzels as part of the product.
Donuts.
Donuts.
Don't
yeah.
touch. Yeah. Donuts.
Donuts, don't touch. Actually, can I be mean for a second? Maybe it's not
Yeah.
mean. Do you guys have Hertz Donuts by you? Do you know about them?
James, do you know about Hertz Donuts? If
I'll
you go
go
over to Mark,
check.
no, just go over to Mark. He'll tell you about it real quick.
Oh,
Hertz?
no, I mean it literally though.
Oh, I was thinking the old joke that my dad.
That's it, and I think that's why they named the company. Have you been there before?
Because I'm thinking, no, I have not. Like I was like, my dad's like, "You ever heard Donut?" I'm like, "What is that, Dad?"
Hertz Donut.
Hit me right on the leg. I'm like,
And then he locked me back under the stairs again for 3 weeks.
I was Harry Potter before Harry Potter was living under the
Are you
stairs.
texting during the show?
I'm hurt.
Oh,
looking
Hertz Donuts. Okay,
Orlando.
Yeah.
It's all fake anger, just so you know. I'm not actually
Yeah.
mad. I wouldn't be mad if you were texting. I get it. I don't even like listening.
Yeah, I don't.
to me.
I think my wife actually texted me a couple times. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
my time.
it's-
With
Sorry.
Mark.
She came and waved, though.
There is
Did you?
there is a Hertz in Orlando.
Hoyt's?
Hoyt's in
Hoyt's Donut.
Orlando.
I would love for you know what? Maybe that's the thing when you guys get back. Give me a quick video update review. And never, yeah, that's like a thing here. And everybody lost their mind because they're open 24 hours.
How much longer do you think you'll be? We're shopping right now.
Oh, yeah. You're like, well, the average customer shop time, Nicole, is 2.5 hours.
Right, yeah.
We carry 3 to 4 times more shopping carts than a regular grocery store for that reason.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Tackett family for real.
Yeah. Shout out.
Well, you know what's funny is Josie was on the show before you guys were.
Yeah,
Really?
you talked about
Because
her
because
artwork.
she
her
drew the
art.
picture of me,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
drew, and she was on before any of you guys
Yeah,
were. So.
I feel like I was your Matt Damon to your Jimmy Kimmel because we'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna be on the show." Not on it.
Yeah, and
oh,
then
you're
that
gonna be
clip-
on the show. Yeah, we got a clip of doing this on a show.
we had that clip, and we're like, oh, and then when we put it all together, we're like, it's really extraneous, but he's great.
Yeah, but then there was the clip where you had our friend Mark talking about free throws for kids.
Yes.
And then Liquid Death said like,
Oh, they were
"Can
like,
you
hey,
pull
yeah.
this video back."
That was so
I
funny.
made it. I was on for like a day at the end with my video.
But I ended up putting it back when I re-released, didn't I? I thought I did.
I don't think so.
Oh, really? That's good. Good. So sorry. Now you know your place.
So yeah, now I'm Matt Damon. But now I'm actually on the show.
Well, special thanks to Matt Damon. Yeah,
yeah.
and then I won't air anything this week.
None of this
I have
at
no
all.
show.
Yeah, it's nothing
It's
at
just
all.
Lou and he's like, I got a deal on gnocchi up front, 3 for $1. I'm like, thanks, Lou.
say-
All right, everyone, that's it for the show this week. It was 6 minutes long.
It's actually you're going to just put James on that. It's going to be silent for an hour and 15
It's
minutes.
just his mic, and
Right.
it's just him eating and playing the fidget thing.
That's the whole thing.
Dude,
yeah.
what we should do is I should, when this is done, just turn off the lights in here, just get a clip of him sitting by himself, just playing, and be like, rumors say that James is still here. here.
You should do it.
I could have a whole episode where I'm like by myself. I'm like, oh, what are you doing, James? And it's just cuts
Just film
to
it,
clips
and then
of-
like that's how you end all your podcasts at this point. Still in the thing.
he's still fidgeting. You know? Oh my gosh.
That's
It
the
is
kinda-
it's better than a fidget spinner. It's like colorful and nice. It's like a little bit
Yeah,
artsy.
I just created like 10 new shapes.
I used to have these things back in the day called Bucky balls. So Bucky balls.
They sell those at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah.
They're calling them beaver nuggets now to be more family friendly.
Beaver balls, yeah.
You're like, wow, they dangle. No, but the Bucky balls, there was this guy that's invented these things, and then we really will end this. But they were little tiny, like magnetic ball bearings, and they're like and pretty tiny, like little. But it was similar to that in that you had this cube of them, and then you could reform them into all kinds of crazy, either geometric shapes or like you could make a ball. You could go crazy with it. Wow. And that was why I kept jokingly referring to that as date bait because like back
stretch
this
real
is
quick.
you're stretching in the middle of the show now.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of stretch? Well, maybe I should just wrap it up and then you can do whatever you want.
Sorry, I'm stretching.
This is amazing. Yeah, you got it. Stretch the Bucky balls. An hour. Yeah, yeah, for real. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you really did drive. What was traveling like?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Bucky balls
That's for
were
a podcast later.
Yeah, right. That Jungle Gyms after hours. But they was really cool. And every time anyone would come over to my apartment, they would immediately, no matter what our plans were, they would be like, ooh, grab those. And then for like 6 hours, we're just like building new shapes. I had one friend, she would always come over. And her goal was, because like, you know, it was only in a cube when you bought it.
Yeah.
And then her goal was like, I'm going to figure out how to put this back into the cube shape. And I think it took her like 6 months. And then one day she's like, oh my God, I did it. It was great.
Well, I did it in less than 30 minutes, so.
I know,
take
dude. You're a
that.
pro, James. That's why we love you, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Proud member of the Goober Gang.
I
The
am.
goobs.
Yeah, you want to shout out Ray since we, you know.
Shout out Ray Kowalski.
Yes.
Kowalski.
Yeah, they have, nobody
Who is-
knows his real name here.
Yeah, it's okay, Ray.
you know,
Ray
Ray
Gun.
Ray
Racist.
Gun.
He's not big on nog. He loves eggs.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Not big on nogs. Yeah.
Yeah, he hates noggin.
I hate noggins. Which is, I think, actually a children's like YouTube
Probably
channel.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate noggin. You're like, all right, dude, I get it. You're an adult now.
You're an adult now. I don't
Yeah,
like
he's
little
like,
kids.
anyway, I saw Deadpool Wolverine 11 times in
Right.
theaters.
But it's not my number one movie of the year.
That honestly was the cutest thing I've ever heard. I mean
Yeah.
that genuinely. I very much love and appreciate his enthusiasm. He's one of my favorite employees here.
Yeah.
Amongst a lot of great employees, but you know, the people are very passionate at Jungle Gyms. But that kid he's really passionate about what he does.
Loves
here.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Loves Wicked.
Yeah.
Dude, what was the sentence? That was great. It was so that was
That's his,
also
that's
cute.
his
He was like-
Rosebud.
Yeah, but
That's
he was like
Rosebud.
the opening of Wicked. The
This is
movie
this how cinema
top
is
tier
done.
Cinema.
Top tier cinema opening.
It's so adorable. By the way, he watches all kinds of movies, so
He
he
does.
might be right. I just personally could
He
not
does a movie
believe it.
thing too, right? With
Yeah.
him and his brother. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have their movie podcast too.
Yeah.
We'll bring him back later. We'll let him wave in the end credits. Anyway, well, on that, let's wrap up. Happy Thanksgiving to you both
Happy
and the family.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Sorry we
Enjoy-
just
enjoy
steamrolled you again,
tomorrow.
James. We love you, but
okay.
next time you'll run
Actually,
shit.
he's the pretty boy. Like
Yeah.
he's got the great shirt.
We got
all
the
things.
he's got the good shirt. He's got the great hair.
I got the Mark Borson collection.
Yeah.
This shirt was the first time we ever met. So all the things.
Yeah, that's your original appearance. So now it's really your original appearance too. So it's locked. It's
Yeah.
still canon.
Yeah, it's still
canon event.
Oh, low key.
Tyler, appreciate you guys. Love everything you all are doing. Everyone, get on YouTube. I'll have the link in the additional info section so you can follow along.
Yeah.
But they make fun stuff at YouTube. If you love Disney, there's a lot of great Disney content, food content, you name it. I mean, you guys are all just
Dumb
spreading
content.
positivity. Yeah, but you're just spreading positivity.
Yeah.
And having fun, and I really love and respect that as somebody that also does that, or at least attempts to do the same. I know
We
huge
all
fan.
attempt.
Yeah, we love
I
an
appreciate
attempt.
you having us on the show. Like this
I'm glad
has
we finally
been
got to do it.
Thank you,
a
Mark.
long time
welcome.
coming, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, this is much better than PlayStation Game Chat, right? Like, this is
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
better than
This is face-to-face.
Yeah, exactly. That's how this opens. Is me sending you guys a party invite. You drive 13
PlayStation
hours.
Game Chat is still a lot of fun.
It is
Yeah.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, we have a good conversation.
Even like once Ray and I figured out also that we could like watch YouTube at the
Right,
same
yeah.
time, we're like, oh, we could have been like hanging out all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, it's so much better because like the dog doesn't really talk back. You know what I mean?
You don't do so much.
You know? Like, yeah, I was like,
shoot you look from across the room.
yeah, I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? Oh, yeah. No. That food I dropped on the floor is definitely for you. You know?
I'm not eating that.
I'm not buying a vacuum cleaner, okay? I bought you. My vacuum cleaner doesn't come
You
with
can't
vet
cuddle with the
bills.
vacuum. You can't. I guess you could.
Challenge accepted. Well,
We'll see-
everyone,
we'll see what that host can do.
happy Thanksgiving. Happy human adventurer.
Yeah.
Irish wristwatch. And thank you all so much. I hope you have a great time. Thanks for listening to this. Hopefully you annoyed your family maybe that's the move. Maybe you could just annoy your family through us enjoying other food. While you're eating food, listen to us eat different food.
Yeah,
That's so
ASMR.
good. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, then, I'll see you all out there in the aisles.
Be a happy human.
Peace out.
Peace out.
The Jungle Gyms podcast is recorded in the WJJI studio inside Jungle Gyms International Market in Fairfield, Ohio. The Jungle Gyms podcast is produced and hosted by Mark Borison.